Come on, motherfuckers, come on, motherfuckers, come on. Hey, welcome to this week's edition of Drunken Chat Son. We are going to be without Mel. We'll see if Brian and William stop by later on. But right now, I've got two of the legends from the original season of Drunken Chat Son. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Go ahead, John.
Yo, what's up? It's Sleepy John. You may remember me from passing out on a bench next to Big Leg, and that would be the only thing that you might remember me from.
Hey, how's it going? Dollar Ben, aka Rich Taylor. Good to see y'all.
Hey, once again, man, freaking these are some guys that definitely have some knowledge, definitely have some insights into the industry and what's going on. Um, no, freaking Mel is not going to be here this week because his bitch ass freaking pushed himself too damn hard. Freaking he was doing too many podcasts, so he decided to take a little break. Good on him. But I'm telling you what, he better come back in 2 weeks, or I'm gonna fucking have to show up in New York with a bag full of oranges. That's what I'm saying. Um, so so if I stumble on my words, I apologize because I'm trying some new shit this week. Apparently, Costco's got this new bullshit. It's called Solo Prosecco. Sleepy says it's fit to fuck me up. So we'll see how that works out. It's got an interesting aroma. But yeah, I know you guys
Yeah,
are
is
here
that your
for
first sip
comics.
off of that?
I say what? This is my first
You
sip.
haven't had a sip off it yet? Yeah.
Nope. Let's see how
You're gonna drink that down like Sprite, and
You
then
should
you'll
throw
be like,
a little OJ in there. Or
not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right.
something. Up, huh?
"What's the other bottle in the background there?"
Eggnog.
Oh goodness! Is it
Eggnog.
just straight eggnog, or does it have liquor in it?
It is the eggnog wine cocktail, baby.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. Oh,
With
Kirkland brand.
27.8 proof.
Yeah, you got that
18.9.
Costco brand.
Yeah, 14% alcohol.
Yeah,
Man, I can't
they
believe
make
it's
that. They make that from the best dog milk that you can buy.
Hey, as long as they go down smooth, and I don't end up in a freaking
Yeah,
hospital with COVID, I'm straight.
they milk a lot of dogs to get that nog going.
Hey, I'd like to send some shout outs to Lost Comic Cook Kid. Hey, hello, what's going on? Patrick Milano, Raider Bear, Universe X, Dre, IG, Bornhouse, and Noah Burke. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Noah Burke says that the box Mel gave was nice. Was Noah Burke the one that won it? I don't remember. But if anybody was out there that won it and they're listening right now and they haven't opened it yet, or they would like to show us what was in there, let me know. I'll send you the link and you can hop on with us.
that would be cool.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's got to be revealed for the fantasy of everybody watching. Need to see what was in that.
Absolutely. So you know how we do. You know how we do. So I'm very aware that this coming week is going to be Thanksgiving, right? So pockets might be a little late. There's only one thing I can do about it, right? I want to make sure people get their books. I want to make sure that people are able to read, or at least we can do whatever, right? But when I took a look at the FOC list this week, it was huge. There's a lot of freaking books. Everybody's not going to be able to afford everything they want. So you know what I'm going to do? We're going to do. I'm going to do a different type of power hour, right? Right. So normal power hour is at cost, but that's not gonna really help us or help you guys. What I will do is two for ones, right? So if you buy two copies, right? So for instance, Avengers had like 4 or 5 freaking different variant covers, whatever. If you buy two, cost. If you buy three, cost. If you buy four, get it all cost. The only thing is, you can get a book, but it's got to be more than one variant, right? Buy the A variant and the B variant, There you go. It's costs, and we're going to start that right now. You don't have to wait. Go ahead, get in the pull box right now. Start clicking through. Um, if you buy enough, so once you start getting to like the $100 range, you're going to get that at cost. That I'm going to put that stipulation on there as well. So go ahead and get that in there. Once again, if you get that in there by the time the show ends, um, actually I might extend that depending on how well it's doing. But I promise you that I will get you your invoices to you by Sunday morning. I can't promise you I'm going to get it to you tomorrow on Saturday because I'm probably going to be too drunk to do fucking math. So that's just the way that go. You're just going to have to wait. Um, but yeah, make sure you go ahead and get that in there. Spider Nerd, freaking hey man, freaking nice to see you that's in there. Josh Vincent, oh once again, love to see you in there. He's talking about long live Krakoa. Um, so let's start getting into some comic book news.
And any I think we can say any order that hits 100 will get a free shot of Nog in their box.
If I can make that happen,
No.
but see, the only thing is I don't know about transporting alcohol across straight lines. That's the only thing that
Well,
I'm not
we'll
sure
just give you a virgin Nog.
a virgin nug.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, if you do priority mail, then I'll try and make that happen. I can't be doing that on anything that might arrive like within 9 days. So shit, because that shit's gonna arrive. you know, I forgot about the shit.
I'm gonna send that media mail.
9 days later, you open up your shit, your whole damn post office box, it's all fucked up. Shit's curdling and shit. you open up. Oh, man.
Right.
Yo.
What'd you order? A baby diaper?
Oh man, I ordered some comics and shit. Fucking smells like. Oh man.
I was like a baby diaper after eating Indian food. Sex Panther.
Yes, by Odeon.
Right.
People say the time it works every time.
It's exactly.
That didn't even make sense.
Yeah. So Marvel's Black Panther sequel shoot beginning in July. That's a long ways off, but once again, this is going to possibly make people jump off. It's like start to question, like, okay, who's going to be in it? What's the story going to be? Tena Huerta, star of Netflix Narcos Mexico. If you haven't watched any of the Narcos Mexico stuff, you don't know what the hell you were missing. It's such a good series. Narcos Colombia was good, but even like the Narcos Mexico was good as well. So I'm hype. I'm hype about this. I don't know. I don't care what the characters are. I don't want to make any money. I just want to see his version of the Black Panther.
You know, it's funny. Just real quick. You know, I watched that Netflix the Colombian one with Pablo Escobar. You know, what's the dude? The same dude that does Narcos Mexico is Diego Luna, the guy that's in the Star Wars flicks, and also he played Robert Reyes, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. So when I started watching the Narcos Mexico one, I was like, "Oh man, this isn't going to be as good as the Pablo Escobar." Oh my gosh, was I wrong? It was so good.
Yeah, it's the Narcos Mexico stuff. It's such a hard story to mess up, right? Anyways, and I was like, okay, if they at least get the Telemundo freaking characters in there, and they'll be all right. But he did a lot better than that. He did it a lot. The way he pieced together the government piece into the political piece into the police piece, along the narcos, the fucking drug dealers, they were like a backdrop to all the other shit that was actually going on, right? And once you start weaving on all that stuff, that's freaking great. So it should be interesting in the way he wants to take this whole Black Panther stuff going forward, because
I totally missed this. So they cast him for Black Panther, you're saying?
No. He is going to be the director, I would think.
Oh, geez.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
so
because I've been seeing a lot of stuff saying basically Shuri, kind of that seems to be the what they would do, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, because the thing that was missing from Black Panther, and they tried to get in on it, is yeah, there's the political piece, and then there's him being a royal, and then there's all the little hooligans running around freaking Wakanda, and that's going to be a tough piece to tie in, especially for just one movie. But I have faith that this guy Tecna Huerta can probably do that. So we'll see. I mean, I got faith now.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
see the other piece that's going on. Let's see. And these motherfuckers always trying to put some damn cookies on your shit.
Yeah, and that's Hollywood Reporter too. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much
Yeah,
near
that's legit.
her.
As much as you
yeah.
can get.
Marvel Entertainment launches an exclusive new audio series with Sirius XM.
Cool.
Right. So normally, like when you get a brand new car or whatever, and you get a lot of these cars get Sirius XM for free for the first 2 or 3 months, right? And then one of those channels that's going to be on Sirius XM is going to be Marvel Entertainment. Um,
Yeah.
I'm looking through to see what type of content that they might be
This is gonna
putting
this
through.
is gonna this is gonna expand that previous podcast they had, the Wolverine story that was just it wasn't based on a comic, it was all original content. This is just gonna expand on that. So they're gonna do all original content, like reading a comic book, but it's gonna be a podcast.
Right. It says they're going to expand on the Marvel's Declassified, which is a nonfiction deep dive into the history of Marvel Comics, along with a thrilling new multi-parts original scripted audio series, Marvel's Wastelanders, kicking off in 2021.
Yep.
I don't know what that is, but what I do know is
It's
that
all new. It's gonna be all new stuff.
right. What I do know is that the current series, the Wolverine White and Black series, that was originally a radio type YouTube deal, which was all audio. And lo and behold, what 8 9 months later, now it's actually a comic. So it's
Yeah.
something that we definitely want to keep attention to. They haven't put, I haven't seen them put any new characters within the Wolverine White and Black to pay attention to, but I'm still saying this could be an interesting thing to see what they're going to do going forward. Um,
That's easy spec. Like, just go back and listen to that podcast. Is there anybody new in that? I don't know. I didn't listen to it, but I have had friends that have listened to it and they said they really liked it. That would be easy spec. If there's maybe somebody that shows up, okay, they might show up in the comic. Then they will
Yep.
show up.
Exactly, right? I mean, they almost had to, otherwise it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
The
an iteration.
other thing that is happening is once again, this is from Rotten Tomatoes. Deadpool 3 is moving forward at Marvel Studios, and more movie news. Um, do we care about Deadpool anymore? I mean, it's had two really good runs. We don't. The last one that people were heavily speculating on was the last one, and they killed off almost all the freaking characters except for Domino in there. Um, do we care to speculate on any Deadpool stuff anymore? Do we or has everybody getting snake bitten from it?
I mean,
Brad
besides,
Pitt was in that movie.
oh
And he
yeah,
got killed off. He was in that movie and got killed off almost immediately.
yeah. I mean, besides the New Mutants '98, I mean the Joe Kelly books. I mean, I could see them coming alive again. I mean, even the first issue, But to be honest with you, like we were just talking about this before, best thing I've read from Deadpool is what's going on right now. But yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, besides New Mutants '98 and the Joe Kelly that Joe Kelly run with the keys in there, I just don't. I don't see. And I'm not talking. I mean, excluding those really scarce J. Scott Campbell, $4,000 variants and stuff like that. I just
Right.
don't. Books come on.
I'm a little scared for this because when I look down, it says that the screenwriting sisters team of Wendy Molyneux and Lizzie Molyneux, who have written for Bob's Burgers and Great North, are to start working on Deadpool 3 screenplay. I don't know if any other work done with them, but I'm not particularly happy with Bob's Burgers. I'm like, oh shit, Bob's Burgers is the shit. Freaking, this means that Deadpool is going to be the shit. So I don't know what direction. Bob's
Let
I
me
can't.
ask you this,
Hmm?
because I've been hearing the same things in many places. Do you know who the writer or director for Eternals is? Did you know who James Gunn was before Guardians of the Galaxy? Do you know Shang-Chi? Do you know any of the people involved in that? Do you know, like Moon Knight? Did you see Moon Knight? The director they hired has done two movies that are international movies, not done a U.S. based movie because he is from Africa, I believe. Uh, Marvel is very good at talent scouting these types of things. Marvel, and to put it under the umbrella of Disney, you look at what Mandalorian has done. Mandalorian has a different director for every episode, and it's been amazing. And most people don't know that. I think they know what they're doing. Um, I agree. Like, who knows these people from anybody? But you could say that about any type of Marvel movie. Now, Bob's Burgers, yeah, sure. You can attach anybody to anything, but
Well,
that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that's their level of talent. That doesn't mean they're restricted to that level of talent.
and that's good. Those are good points. But I mean, follow up on that. We know how Marvel likes to do with their castings. They like them young and they like them cheap. But at the same time, they got to be good. And those are
Totally.
few and far between, and they always catch them right early or right mid before they get right up to that next level where they can really, their agent can basically,
Moon Knight was probably like a big casting because
yeah,
you look at what they did for She-Hulk and Miss Marvel. Those people were fairly unknown. Miss Marvel, especially,
especially,
the young actress that's doing that one, she didn't even have like any social media.
yeah, yeah. I mean, she looks about 13. I don't think she's even allowed to have social media, but that's a good point. Yeah, but I mean, that's the point. Is they want that talent, but at the same time, it's a dollars and cents game at the end of it's a bottom line game, and they want to lock them into something. I mean, just like what they did with what's his name, Chris Pratt, right, the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Lord, and then also Captain America,
The guy from Parks and Rec, you mean? He was from Parks and Rec, I think you mean.
and then I thought for sure, they were going to just continue on that pace, and then then Robert Downey Jr. signed that huge contract, which totally shocked me. And then all of a sudden, he ends up dying out and Endgame, and they're back at it again. So I'm kind of wondering if there's a correlation between the two of the casting and also the directing. These talented directors that are not really well known, but they've done some real quality stuff, so they can lock them into. I wonder if it's kind of the same idea on both sides. It's interesting.
I think 100% that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think they know they got it's like if you're a baseball general manager and you're able to uh, prospect talent. Marvel has that down. They know how to get the young talent that can make something explode. They've shown it over and over again.
It's like Theo Epstein. Yeah, exactly. Or Billy Bean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, playing that money
So
ball.
so what do you guys think of this? Hollywood Reporter is reporting that the first Batman comic sold for a record $1.5 million.
That's all.
Yeah,
Typical
it doesn't
comic
seem like that
gets up.
much to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
seem
mean,
like that much.
I guess during everything that's going on right now, I mean, I guess in January I probably would have the same thought, but I mean, it seems like the first Batman comic would be like a $3 to $5 million comic. I don't know, but yeah, that's interesting. Was it an auction or I mean, what, a private sale or?
Yeah, it says sold at auction for 1.5.
I
Prior to
think it was a
Thursday's
heritage
highest,
auction.
yeah,
Yeah.
prior to the sale, the highest was 1.175,000. Another auction from Heritage Auction. The copy was unrestored, but nonetheless graded at a verified 7.0. Only 5 other unrestored copies
And it
have
was
ever
the
reached
highest
higher
grade.
CGC. Yeah,
Yeah, it
only
was the
five
highest grade
other.
to come to market in years. Um, I don't know. It seems kind of low, honestly, to me.
Me too. I agree.
I mean, what's $1 million? Big whoop. To us, like
It is
I
a
don't
7-0.
know. How do you value that?
It is a 7-0. It's not like we're talking
What's
90 here. So
1 million, 2 million? I don't know what is the market. That was the right way to sell it. I
so
guess you
so
just put it at.
so for 7-0, unrestored. I'm guessing it's Blue Label. What CGC, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or
Yeah, it was Blue
1.5.
Label.
And what does 969? Let's not use that high. Let's go 9294. You know what I'm saying? Near mint range go for. I mean, do you think
No,
that
this
would?
was the highest grade to come to market in like 5 years. I think they said, or
I'm
something.
just saying.
They put they
Go ahead.
Yeah, when you're talking about a comic like this, I think you just double it almost every time when you go up a grade, more or less.
So, do you think that money would come tuition? So, let's just say somebody comes out of the woodworks and does have a near mint worthy copy, and they decide to get it graded and push it out. I mean, especially with everything that's going on right now, people, we're probably going to see a lot more of this kind of stuff. We're probably going to hear about it in the next, 2 to 12 months. But point being is that, let's say somebody does come out of the woodwork and say, hey, I have a near mint copy of this. Let's see. Do you think that, boom, automatically that number is going to double? Or you see what I'm trying to say? Like, the market
Yeah. No, I think it's
highest ever. But if somebody has a 4, 5, 6, 7 higher grade clicks up, grade wise, will that immediately double, triple the price?
Mm. Talk
I
about
think there's of this comic.
I mean, I think there's a higher one out there that would lower the price of this particular one. It should be, but
yeah, that's
true.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
I think if there was a higher one, you're right. Yeah, it would devalue this one. Because I don't think there's going to be enough people that are going to put a ton of money into a much higher grade. There's not going to be a $3 million 9.0,
All right, so let's keep it DC right now. DC Comics is introducing its first non-binary Flash character. For those who don't know, because I had to look the shit up, non-binary means that you don't freaking you don't there's no such thing as male to you. There's no such thing as female
So
to you. You
non-gender.
are. Yeah, you just are. That's it. Freaking God put me on this earth, and that's all there is, man. So his name is
It's no big whoop. You don't gotta make a big deal out of it. That's the thing. So it is what it is. You don't gotta make a big deal out of it.
The character would join the non-binary
And that's
Lee
the thing.
Serrano.
I think that.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's the thing that people have been agitated about Marvel and DC over the past few years is that they make a big deal out of those kind of things. They're making it a media presence that, oh, look at what we're doing. Okay, that's cool. Just why don't you just do it and not like make a press release out of it? I think that's what people get upset about.
Yeah, they just don't want the drama. They read comics to get away from it. They add politics in there. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, DC's doing all this future state stuff, which they got 2 new Batmans coming out. They got two of all the major characters, two Wonder Womans, et cetera, et
Three
cetera,
Wonder Womans. Three
and they're
Wonder Womans.
all different iterations. What's that?
Three
Wonder
Wonder
Women.
Womans, right? Yeah, Wonder Woman. There's
Is
Cassandra,
there?
who was a Wonder Woman. Yeah, I don't know if she's coming out or anything, but she's running around right now, right? Cassandra, who's whatever. She's the one that was running around the Teen Titans. Then there's the new one that they are
Okay.
inventing all of a sudden.
Yara
That's Brazilian,
Flora.
which is still
Yeah.
confusing as fuck to me because they're like, oh yeah, we got this new Latina Superwoman, but she's Brazilian. Motherfuckers, Brazilian is not
Right.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but okay.
Latinx.
Um,
Latinx.
and then you got the regular woman, and then there's another black lady that's out there. She's been running around with like these Amazonian weapons
Nubia.
shit for like the longest. Yeah.
Nubia.
So
She's been around for a long time.
God bless. You know, I
She's been around
understand DC.
before I was born.
Yeah, DC's trying to do some new shit. You know, God bless them, but I just don't know. They've got too many characters that do the same shit. It's just that they're altered.
What is the
character is
reasoning
different.
for? Yeah, what is the reasoning for keeping the same characters and just making them different iterations? I don't know, and that's what people got mad about Marvel for, like making multiple Captain Americas or Captain Marvel, multiple Thors, etc., etc.
Right.
That's what people got agitated about, and I don't know that it didn't agitate me, but some people it does. You know, whatever.
I mean, how many freaking Green Lanterns do we need right now?
Oh, yeah.
We literally have 6 Nightwings, and they're all in the same fucking book.
Right.
They're all in the same fucking book.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they at least
Batman Beyond, or
they at least had the original Nightwing out for a little bit, and they made him like Dickie Boy, but now he's coming back as Nightwing. Like, what the fuck?
But so let's talk about that for a second, because why is Strange Academy a $40 book now when it's just children iterations of all of the other characters that have already been there? But that is a hot book because, you know, they could be something. Somebody somewhere said maybe this will do something someday. And that's all it takes in terms of
in the MCU
nobody's
we
talking
trust.
trash.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's talking trash on Strange Academy, but if DC does the same thing with different characters,
Because
DC
has not.
This is not
DC,
okay.
yeah, right now DC does not have. It's tough, right? DC and the DCEU universe, they don't have a proven record right now. They're slowly coming along with the Shazams
Totally.
and the Aquamans. They're slowly coming along with that. But on the other side, on their underbelly, they do have a very prolific cartoon animated universe, which does well. I'm not excited. I'm not waiting for the next animated freaking future to come out. But when I do someone by accident, they're pretty good, right? But I guarantee you, it's not making DC any money right now. Right, it's not making speculators any money, right? Any of this animated stuff that they got going on. However, the promising stuff that's coming out from the Marvel stuff, no matter what, is that it's definitely a boost if you got that little 50-cent book, or if you can get to your freaking comic book shop first and you're just having the back row, right? So that's why the Wandas and the Visions and even the Visions and the Moon Girls and America Perez, even though America Perez is a horrible fucking character and has a horrible fucking title.
Chavez.
That's why
America Chavez.
America Chavez, right?
Let me give you another point of view. This is the reason why I honestly this is a few reasons, but I will say 3 reasons that I think Strange Academy really got up and running so fast. Okay, one, Doctor Strange being the ringleader, and he's pretty much going to become the mentor to the young ones in the MCU. I mean, we've already confirmed that he's going to be a mentor to Peter Parker. Okay, so that's one part of it. Okay, the popularity, I guess you could say the popularity of Doctor Strange that is becoming. The second part is that it's created by Scotty Young, and his followers are not only deep, but they're truthers, and he seriously has he's got a team behind him, and I think all of them that follow him religiously got behind this book, and a lot of copies dried up, and that just got word, and then to us collectors, speculators, or what have you, and it just kept going and going like a snowball effect. Now we're on a fifth or sixth printing that just released on #1. Which that black and white sketch cover, which is a beautiful cover, by the way. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I think. I think the Scotty Young truthers really have a lot to do why this thing got going.
Hey, I want to welcome once again freaking Brian Buckley and Ultra Maximus to the freaking show.
You.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Who that?
And
Sleepy John. We got Dollar Ben. We got Lucas. Where's Sleepy at?
Oh, Sleepy's gone.
Bye, Sleepy.
He's gone. Sleepy went to go bed. Yeah, we were just going through some the comic book news. And we were originally talking about the new Kid Flash, the non-binary Kid Flash, and then all of a sudden, we started talking about Strange Academy. And then the question posted right now is, why is Strange Academy doing so well right now? I mean, is there a reason, or is it the creative team is so good, or is there some other underlying reasons, or is it just that it was just so rare when it came out? What do you guys think?
I think it's a perfect storm. I think one, you have many first appearances. I think you've got cool art, and I think you've got a following of a creator in Scotty Young. And Scotty Young is doing a good job with it. I think that the writing has to be on point to have this many people actually like it. And I know that a lot of people on here, including the guy above me, reads a lot of books, and I imagine he's read this book and he thinks it's a good book. I bet
it's a great book.
Yeah. So
I didn't even think about that. I mean, that's actually a great point you just made, McClay. A #1 issue with so many key first appearances that wasn't really like a huge giant print run. That's a great point.
I don't know. I think people were on to this book. There was a number of store variants for it. It didn't go unknown. I won't say that.
No, I'm not saying it was.
I didn't say that word, did I? Oh crap.
Well, you also got to remember, even though there were a bunch of store variants and everything, when it was released, we were right in the midst of freaking ramping down on quarantines for that. It came out on March 4th, which was like right in the midst of that.
COVID.
So even if your stores did have them, if their customers didn't come back, a lot of what Diamond was allowing the stores to do is you rip off the freaking cover and destroy it, just so you could get that store credit back, because they didn't know when the customers weren't coming back. So fuck yeah, I'm gonna freaking turn it in for credit and do the damn thing. The other thing is that there was a lot of variants right there, right? There was a Walmart variant that was actually doing pretty well. That thing was going for like $30, like out of freaking nowhere.
And I think that's worst cover, that Ramos cover. I mean, it's still not. I'm not trying to bag on it. I'm just saying that of all the covers, that was the one that I kind of was like, I'm not feeling that. And yeah,
is that the same cover that's the fourth print?
Yep.
Cover.
Same. I mean, it looks same except a different color.
I might have it around here somewhere.
Right. Have a little bit different cover.
Ramos.
So now they're on the fifth. I'm not a fan of Ramos.
He can be good. He can't draw Spider-Man.
Right.
He cannot draw Spider-Man. But he can be good.
Thank you.
When he draws Wolverine, sometimes he can draw Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he can't draw.
He just draws over-exaggerated things, and it works at sometimes. It works like with Strange Academy. Yeah,
that's a Walmart exclusive.
And that's the fourth print cover, but the fourth print cover it has different trade dress on it. It's very distinguishable.
there's like a red, and there's like you're right.
Yeah,
I've got a third print and a fourth
on
print.
the bottom left. It's got the
yeah.
So the fifth print just came out this week, which is selling for 15, 20.
Why?
15 maybe.
Why?
Later printing
Why?
Because it's going to be the last one, man.
Why?
It's going to be the last one.
No,
It'll be
did
the
it say
last
final
one.
printing?
No.
I don't think I saw final printing
No.
anywhere on there. So.
I didn't see that. So
Marvel will
Strange
print another one.
Academy 1 orders by retailers 71,000, which is high, but for as many store variants that were involved, including Walmart as well, I would think that would have been, and like we were just talking about the Scotty Young Truthers or what have you. I would think that'd be a 90,000 plus book, but no, I think it came out at the perfect timing, right before the pandemic, and yeah. 71,000. That's below Ultimate Fallout 4.
And that kid Dormammu is a badass character, man.
Oh yeah, I love that character. It's my favorite.
A badass character, man.
Yeah. And then what's interesting about it, and this is the only thing that I'm kind of wondering, and I think we got to pull back on it, is there was, for that number one, there was a Opena variant out there, which was like a 1 to 50, I believe. For some reason, it shot up to like 260, 300 in some circles. I don't want it to go any higher because I just don't have enough faith. I like the title. I like reading it. I just don't have enough faith that it should be.
That was a John Hughes homage too. So you got to remember, like that has a little bit of oomph behind it with being the Breakfast Club homage.
Good point, Brian. Yeah.
All right.
Matter of fact, it's got enough of that behind it that me being a John Hughes fan, that like that's a book that I would buy at a decent price just to own. As a cool book.
What's a decent price?
I don't know, like $100, $150.
Okay, I can see that, but not 250, 300.
No.
All right. Black Widow, right? The news came out this week that they are going to go ahead and freaking release it, possibly streaming on Disney. As the train passed by for this freaking movie, like I forgot this thing was even coming out, man. Like they were ramping up on
Did
Wonder
they
Woman.
say they're going to release it?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Video on demand?
Yeah, video on demand.
Same day. They're going to do theater and video
because of
on
Wonder
demand.
Woman.
Probably. That's what I was thinking.
Woman.
Yeah, it was just revealed that DC will be releasing Wonder Woman 1984 simultaneously in theaters and home video, and which has led to online discussion regarding the fate. So I thought this was already announced, but Wonder Woman 1984 is at least going to be definitely released at the same day as theaters. I don't know what's going to be like $30, $40, that's whatever. They should be doing. Yeah, I mean that's what they did for Mulan, right? So the problem that they're running into is that they held out too long, right? I don't forgot about Black Widow. As much as I read, I don't forgot about it. I don't care about her anymore.
It's like when you have that spec book and you're like, should I sell it now? Should I sell it now? Oh, dang it. Now it dropped down. I waited too long. Nobody
I'm not
cares
going to pay
about it
$30 to watch a movie that I could find so easily for free.
Would you pay $100 to go rent out a theater, though?
If she was sitting next to me and I could touch her.
Jeez Louise. That's a high... Oh, boy.
She is so smoking hot, dude. I don't think there's been a girl that I've seen in that long of a time. Have you seen that video where she's sitting with Chris Pine and she looks at him and bites her lip? Dude, that shit's fucking smoking hot.
Movie where she's in that movie with the dude that played Snowden.
Yeah.
And he also did you see that? Oh my god, that was like
she's smoking, dude. She is fucking.
Yeah,
she's a smoke show.
Deadpool used to smash that, by the way.
Yeah, she's a smoke show, dude, and she's like former Israeli operative. CIA, I think. Maybe.
Wait. Are you referring to Gal or are you referring to?
Yeah, Gal Gadot,
man. Okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about ScarJo.
She was forced to do that.
No, fuck no. Compared to ScarJo's burnt compared to her, bro.
Whoa.
Wait,
Blue Green Arfex says I have 2 kids. $30 for a movie is a bargain.
Yeah. True
Yeah,
that.
for you, I don't.
Clay's like, man, fuck them kids, man.
That's not me being a dick. That's just
No,
me
but I
being
did-
real.
yeah, for sure.
I
No, but for
respect the
real,
people. That's
our
great.
buddy,
Yeah.
our buddy Philip Chung he showed me today you can rent out a movie theater for $100. I mean,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you at that price? Invite
Right.
10 friends. That's $10 a person.
But you got to sit 6 feet away from your friends.
Those motherfuckers should be
I
sitting
would
me
wanna
down
sit-
close to me. I don't even
Yeah,
when they're in my house.
that's-
I don't want them motherfuckers sitting me. That's why I got a huge ass couch, man.
right.
Hey, motherfucker, scoot on over, man.
Pre-COVID,
Two
you got to sit
cushions,
6 feet.
motherfucker. 2 cushions.
Yeah,
At all
every
times.
time I go to the movie, one
That's
of my
called the
boys,
man space.
even when I go with my son, we always put a seat in between. We put our popcorn or our candy there, sometimes 2. Yeah, you're right.
Thighs,
Right.
man, thighs should not be touching, man.
But let's be
remember
honest.
the days of movie
Right?
theaters selling out.
But let's be honest here. I mean, since Avengers 1 came out, haven't you always... Okay, up to Endgame. Okay, let's just say before Endgame.
I always
Have you
go
always
the first night. I always
Have you
go the
thought
first
that
night.
Black Widow of like a C, like a B minus C level
Yes.
character? And then
Yes.
all of a sudden she came out with this movie, and then we got all the specs on. We found out Red Guardian was going to be in it, and we all had Avengers 43 as one of our, cool books, back issued books. And we found out Taskmaster was in it. All of a sudden, and then we started seeing the previews. All of a sudden, the movie started getting interested in what it wasn't even about her. It was mainly about her supporting characters, including Florence Pugh playing Yelena. So that's but I still love Spielberg.
That's the only book I'm holding on to still. I sold my Taskmasters. I sold Red Guardian. I think the Yelena Belova is the one to have.
Well, she's the one
They're gonna
taking the
hold on to
title for
anything.
going forward. Hey, Lucas, are you trying to show us more and more
It
reasons
seems
why
like
DC's
it.
going to go out of business?
What do you think about Ultra? What do you think about Red Widow? She got any future?
Maybe in
No,
like
no.
20 years after.
Yeah,
Yolanda
not,
Belova.
yeah. I mean, they've got to get done with this whole Phase 4 and stuff before they start bringing up any more of this shit, And once again, a lot of these movies are just testers, right? So once Black Widow goes through and then they're test out, what's that secondary character? White Widow? I forget what her name is. Her real name is Yvelis, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
They'll see whether
Yelena Belova.
Yeah, they'll see whether audiences like her, right? And
There's a
if she
sick
does
ass
well, then
wizard.
yeah, I mean, if she does well, then they'll bring her back for some other bullshit.
And wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they bring back Black Widow after they killed her with a clone? And Clint knows it's a clone. But that was like Marvel canon for a little bit.
In the comics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, of course, in the comics, nobody stays dead. So, of course, they kill him.
right.
Got to bring him back. Well, what if they decided to clone Natasha and bring her back and give ScarJo more time? Maybe, maybe not. Who cares?
That's what they're doing now. I mean, she died in Endgame.
She died in Endgame, and this movie takes place before Endgame.
They're going backwards in the story, right? Exactly.
Right. So what's
they can
going to
always
happen
do
going
that.
forward is that they can have Yolanda star as the new Black Widow in the future Avengers movies, and still have a Black Widow.
Yep.
And we all saw this because Dark Avengers is something that we all hope for.
Correct. And and the book, in my opinion, is the Black Widow 1, like 99 2000 with Yelena on the cover. I think Inhuman 5 is a waste compared to that book.
The dynamic forces.
You like the B? You like the B cover? Black Widow 1 B cover?
Yes, and the dynamic force. Just yes, exactly.
There's a
What about
badass
number 3 where they're
preview that
fighting
came with
each other?
a wizard way before those. That is an actual.
That Marvel Knights one.
Yeah.
McClay's got it.
I'm looking for it. I do have it.
Yeah, it's the Marvel Knights.
You're not talking about Inhuman 5, right?
No.
It came out before that. It's a Marvel Knights preview book with Yelena Belova's on the cover in the background.
I'm looking.
Yeah, orders on Inhuman Comics around 7,000. Black Widow around the same, 50, 60,000 somewhere.
Yep.
How about this book? What about this one? Marvel Knights Magazine. Look in that upper right corner there. Black Widow,
The heck
more
book is that?
girl-on-girl action. And
What
it's
year?
got her
What?
and Yelena Belova fighting each other.
What year is that?
See,
Marvel Knights magazine, huh?
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're all
that
gone.
doesn't
from eBay.
seem suitable for families.
This came out in July of 2001.
Okay, so after the. Okay. But that's cool.
And it's got the preview comic inside. It's got the whole comic. There you go.
nice.
I was hoping you would turn it
But
the
that's
other
not
way,
the
like
book.
it was going to be a
The book to
Al
get.
Bundy centerfold.
Here's the book to get, right? And
Oh, you got it?
I'm not gonna tell you guys which wizard it is.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Bada boom. That's her right on the
And
cover.
so you can see on the right side of the cover with the blonde hair, that's Yelena. But it's a void character.
Is that polysealed? Yes. So did you have a subscription, or did you buy this religiously, or did you find this in the wild?
So I'm a wizard guy. I know a lot about what comes in wizards because wizards is one of my favorite things to buy. I buy them whenever I see them for like $1 a book. I buy them all. I don't even have to look. They're the ultimate comic reading material, right? Shitter material. And there's a lot of badass previews in here. And I was going through my books one time and I found this book and I'm like, I wonder what this came out of. And then I went and did the research, and for years I've been picking them up for cheap because nobody really knew about them. I mean, you could still find them for cheap, but I'm not going to tell you which issue it is. You guys can go do your own homework for that.
Brian's a wizard. Maybe you heard recently about his flight balloons over the desert. Wizardry that he was doing there.
Yeah. I flew over the desert on a bunch of balloons.
Flew balloons over the desert. Try and do it.
Oh man, I'm so
wizardry.
Was it sketchy or what?
I wish I did that, bro. I'd be fucking making the money.
People were really worried. Worried.
David Blaine did that recently.
Yeah,
we were all
I thought
in
that was
Phoenix looking at him.
Are you not David Blaine?
Yeah.
Are you not David Blaine?
I am.
Levitation.
I think that this right here is Dr. Doom stuff is strategery.
Why did you say that?
I think they want to do something with them. They don't want to do it yet, though.
Right. So I mean, because
is there any villain comic that goes on? Is there any villain comic? Now, Doom, I think, is like a good side villain.
Doom is more complicated than just a villain, though. That's
right. He's the ruler of state. He's the head of state.
Not only is he head of state, he's not only a scientific mind, he's also a magical mind. Doom has more of a chance of showing up in something related to Wanda and WandaVision, in my opinion, just because of that magical side, and because, of course, I believe he was a foil to Agatha Harkness as well. So Doom's a very powerful magician, and as an appreciator of God King Doom and all he has done in order to save the multiverse, he's given you Miles Morales. So I think you should all show God King Doom a little bit more favor.
That was such a great idea. They just couldn't end it well.
I know it really was, and it was because Hickman probably wanted to do a whole lot more than 9 issues. He probably wanted to do like a whole another 40 issues of Avengers with another 30 something of issues of New Avengers crossing over into it, kind of like the whole Incursion story. Yeah.
What arc is this? Give us the deets.
Secret Wars.
Oh, okay.
Where he's Doom and
the
Miracle
newer
Man.
one, the newest one.
Yes.
Black Panther had the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. I promise you, if they ever make a Secret Wars movie, it will be more related towards that version than the first version. They'll probably.
You think so? Because
the
the brothers said they wanted to do a Secret Wars movie.
Yeah. And remember, I lived with one of the brothers.
Have we gotten into the news about Black Panther yet? Did you get into that?
Which one? Talk about the
about Shuri.
Yeah, he kicked it off actually.
Okay.
Well, no. So you're talking about something else. You're talking about the Shuri stuff.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that part of it.
All right. So the news came out today that Black Panther 2 is a go. They're starting production on it, and Shuri is the main character. So
that's speculation.
There's your Black Panther.
Say that was for sure.
Well, shit, man. What did they say? They said that she is going to be
have a more prominent role.
Yeah, have a more prominent role.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty.
I mean,
which is
from the day. Yeah, from the day of, everybody assumed that.
But everybody was like kind of teetering on the edge. That book, I don't think still has hit its highest. I mean, that book was selling for like $700 recently.
Oh,
and a 9.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was selling for $200 a year ago.
I think that's $1,000. That could be $1,000 book, man.
Well, the reason why
First Shuri is Black Panther.
For Shuri, and even that issue
issue 5. Yeah, Black Panther 5. Claws of the Panther. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
And also,
but I'm talking about the first appearance in 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, her first appearance in Black Panther 2 has had heat ever since the Black Panther movie.
But it could be $1,000 book. Easy.
But it went through a lull for a while. I mean, it dropped down almost like 60%.
It did.
And it was like that for almost a good
because
year.
she was killed in the movies.
Yeah, for Infinity War, they did show her as missing.
Nobody remembers that part. That's what.
Yeah.
That's why
they brought her back though.
Game. She came back in Endgame. Remember?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I think she's badass, man. I'm glad that they're going to be using her.
Me too.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I love that
fucking
J. Scott Campbell variant. That con variant
with
the black and white background. That is one of the greatest all-time covers, man.
And
that's like a top 10 cover for me.
And you guys remember when I was under $100? Because I do.
Yeah, I picked up the Finch. I remember when that book went hot. I went, that Finch Phoenix variant is just as good of a cover, if not better, and it's the same type of thing where it was rare. So I went and bought the Finch variants instead of that one, like an idiot.
So if we were going to forecast these books, I mean,
damn, that's a good cover.
Wouldn't the smart money be behind Black Panther #5, 2009, the Dark Reign tie-in? I mean, it's got so much more room to grow. I mean, it's only an $80 to $100 book.
Go to that black and white one. Go back.
That book had a little bit more of a peak. I sold a copy for $125.
No, go back to the original
for around $320, and I sold a copy.
Go down.
Talking about right before
down.
It was about an $80 to $100.
Right there.
Before Chadwick
that's the convention variant.
That's the book.
Was a $30 book. It was about a $30 book before Chadwick died. $25, $30 book. And then he passed. It got up to, you're right, Ultra. It got up to like $120 to $150 actually. And the newsstand, like I said, I sold my newsstand copies for almost over $300. But I mean, I'm looking at this. If we were going to forecast this now after the news we hear right now, what's the smarter play? In my opinion, the smarter play with more room to grow would be the Black Panther books, the 2009 J. Scott Campbell books, because they're still pretty low compared to the First Shuri.
I think
I
think
look
you're
at.
gonna want to. I think you're gonna want to get the Shuri solo series.
Well, no.
Do you see what the second prints are going for in those? Still,
Yeah,
right, like
and they
before.
shouldn't be.
I don't like long term.
Agreed. I agree 100%. Why are they even selling for more than $5? I agree 100%. But they're
What do you
selling
think
for
about
$70.
the variant for #1 that has her on the cover?
Now
The
that
Ken Lashley. I love that book.
that's a good book, but she's not in story first appearance. It's just first mention, correct?
Yeah.
And then you have
She's on the cover.
Yeah, she's on the cover, but in story, I'm talking cover and in story in guts first appearance.
But the cool part of this is that it's a variant though too, right? And she's on the cover. Like that's what you want.
Yes, exactly. I like that.
What's the ratio on that? 1 in 25?
I think it's 1
No,
in 20.
that's just a B cover.
Maybe an A and B, yeah.
Oh, really? I thought there was a 1 in 20. It was like a Lashley, or maybe that's the second. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
Hey, what is
No, that's the
Dr.
Lashley cover right there.
Okay.
I didn't think it was a ratio. I could be wrong.
But if we were going to forecast to put our money behind, let's say Shuri's first appearance, or Black Panther #1 or 5, whatever the choice is, where is the most room to grow return on investment wise? I think it's the J. Scott Campbell and Lashley cover.
First appearance.
The 2009 book, but they're already priced out, bro. They're already way up there.
Yeah, all these books are, including Claws of the Panther, Stephanie Hahn's variant. I mean, you're already on the tail end of this. So if you're not buying in cheap,
but I think
it's definitely not good.
I don't know. I think right now, if it does come to fruition, they could still double even from prices today.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, for sure. Yeah. What's the 9.8 going for right now after this?
I think they could double from prices today, but we're also saying, like, is that going to be actually what the movie is? We don't know.
That's an interesting comment. They are recasting the role of Black Panther. It won't be Shuri.
I haven't heard that, but that could be true. Have you guys seen the Marvelous preview? Look at this. Holy shit, dude. Let me share my screen. This is crazy. Here you go, Lucas. Can you share that screen?
How big is your screen, Brian? You seem to be like looking corner of your room.
Look at this.
Sleepy John, if you don't have 3 screens in front of you, I don't know what you guys are fucking doing.
$75 for Pixel
right?
for it's the previews. It's the previews.
But it's a J. Scott Campbell variant, right?
It is.
Yeah, that's why.
$250 raw.
Do you see any active listings on that one?
I don't know. This is all sold stuff right now.
Yeah, you can go click on the link that says view active listings.
Her second appearance selling for $25. $25. Wow.
No. Oh.
Yeah, because do you know why that is?
Why?
$250.
Key collector. That's the only reason.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason anybody even knows what the second appearance is.
$100 on this is a newsstand? I don't know.
Did you say $100 for a
newsstand?
newsstand?
If it's a newsstand.
Is it a newsstand?
Yeah,
that thing right now.
If it was a newsstand, 100. Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's a direct edition.
Give it to me. Yeah, well, give me 100. Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll go Habs.
Here's the annuals. Do
we want to start investing in comics jointly?
150. Anyways, yeah, I'm
the conglomerate. The conglomerate.
Yeah.
Well, the pump was on that for a while. The last 6 weeks was that first cameo annual book, right? The annual.
Yeah, annual #1 is what a lot of people are pumping or selling right now.
Up a lot, man. That
$60
up a lot.
That was a dollar bin book, right? $4 book. Something like that.
Yeah.
$100. Yep. People are asking for it. 100 between 75 and 100.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
but
it's interesting.
So,
did we talk about this other book that is similar to that would be coming out next week?
Which book is that?
Are we going to talk about that or no?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
well, yeah, fucking talk about it.
the knife?
Sleepy. If you're gonna fucking take a big ass dramatic fucking slip out of your fucking whiskey like that, you gotta fucking say
it
what you.
wasn't mine.
Did y'all hear
It
about the
wasn't
new
mine. It
book?
wasn't mine.
You were drinking somebody else's
Bam!
whiskey?
No, he just
Yeah.
just let me hang like an asshole. Right? I'm like, what is it, Sleepy?
I totally
what
am.
you going to talk about?
I'm drinking other people's spec. I'm drinking other people's spec.
Are you talking
This is all
about
other
the
people's
reprint?
spec.
Are you talking about the reprint we talked about earlier?
Yes. I'm drinking other people's spec on this one.
This guy can take care of that one. He knows what we're talking about. Remember when I said I don't talk about new books because I don't want to be a promoter?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I think it's a good play.
I don't have the graphic on my computer, but is it in your matrix?
No.
Yeah, well, I don't have it in my the graphic, but if somebody does and can pull it
If you
up,
put it in chat, I'll freaking pull it up.
Oh yeah. You know what this is.
next week there's okay. So you guys all know that Huck Lee does these covers for Marvel Tales reprints. It's usually 4 stories. And typically they're, under 10,000 orders, and there's always like a 1 in 50 version that are beautiful, gorgeous covers. Sometimes it's a 1 in 100. Long story short, next week there's one that's coming out that actually the trade, which I think it's a $7.99 cover price. Could be wrong, but actually might have a little bit of investment value there. And with what I've talked to Ultra about, possibly spec value as well, going into King of Black. But going back to the investment value, since a lot of people missed out on Venom 3 and Venom number 4, the first full appearance of Null and Null's origin. And on top of that, Venom 25, a lot of people missed on that one, and for cover price, which was the first cameo of Virus and Codex, and then blah, 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 blah. These reprinted stories are going to be in this book next week. And, for a floppy one shot with a beautiful Huck Lee cover to have those three reprinted stories in there. I mean, these are 3 of the hottest books of this year. Two back issues and a new comic book day. I mean, and there's one more story on there. And I believe they're all, at least 3 out of 4 of them were written by Case. I don't remember what the last one is, but I really highly suggest calling your shop about this book and at least reserving a copy of the trade. I think these are going to actually fly off the shelves. I don't think we're going to find these in back issue bins down the way. And if you can actually get the 1 in 50, which is this cover but a complete version by Huck Lee, good luck, because that one will, I'm telling you.
Right, because I mean, what you're talking about is the fact that there's the King in Black series, right? But this is a separate part of the other thing that a lot of retailers have just been ignoring, right? This is not King in Black. This is not Venom. This is not Amazing Spider-Man. This is Marvel Tales. No retailer freaking picks up Marvel Tales, right? And this was like announced like this is not really late, but we didn't even really have the art like out in the open. Now, yeah, me, Ultra, and Brian, we talked about this on the FOC show. We talked about it. It was like, oh, okay, this is pretty interesting. 1 to 50, we don't know about it. But now that I think about it, nobody orders Marvel Tales. So this is definitely something. I'm not saying pay $200 for it. I'm not saying pay $150 for it. But definitely freaking call your LCS to see what they can do for you. It's too late for them to freaking order it. But if they do have it, and if they already are going to have 50 coming in, they're going to have this. So you might want to freaking see if you can lock it down.
Yeah, retailer orders for these Marvel Tales books are typically under, let's just use more of a padded number.
40,000?
No, way lower. Like under 15,000 and below. And,
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
and with the virgins, you know, at a 150 or at a 2% cap on that, just a guesstimation ballpark. But I mean, like I was talking about with Ultra in Hangouts about this, the smart shop would have ordered more of these books if they would have done the research and found out what was inside, because they would have known that what they weren't able to offer Venom #3, Venom #4, and Venom 25, you know, on new comic book day or a week out or the weekend after or a month after to most of their customers. So, you know, I think a lot of people are going to be looking at this book when they find out what's inside of this book. And it's not a trade paperback, too. That's the cool part of it.
Bilbo
I
Hauser
think this
says
is a great spec. I think it's a great spec.
that he reserved the 150 of that with his LCS for 125. Rolling the dice here.
Yeah, that's a
Holy
good. That's
cow!
actually cheaper than the FTC price. I mean, I had to buy 20 of these at 20% off of cover price, which was whatever, $6.40-50 to get one of them for myself. And then I was planning on just selling the rest for cover. I knew they would fly because of what was inside of them. But point being is that there might be, like you were saying, there might be a little bit of investment there. I might be able to get a little bit more than cover on the trades. But, you know, I don't know what the orders are going to be like and how many are going to be in circulation. Like what Ultra said, the smart shop would have ordered more of these books.
It's a big buy-in, though, man. That's the problem.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah, it is.
Well, the $7.99 cover price is why.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's where it is. So, for instance, if it was like one of the normal prices, like $3.99,
oh yeah,
and then it was like 50,
oh yeah,
fuck it, why not? But you're talking about $7.99, even if you have like a big boy freaking discount. I'm talking about like a big boy discount is where you can start getting to like the 53 to 54%. I mean, you're still paying $4.50 for it. At $4, let's say $4 for 50 copies. That's still $200. So for Bilbo to get that for 125, he got a great freaking price.
yeah, for real.
A great freaking price. I just checked it out on eBay earlier. Cheapest one was like 150.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit.
I can't blame them because they're going to try to make almost their whole order on just selling.
That's
the variant.
cost. Yeah, that's cost.
You know, well,
No, it's less than cost. I mean, it's more than
cost.
cost. Yeah, it's definitely less than cost. It's less than cost for them. So they're going to have to eat at least say 10 to 20 books on that for Marvel Tales
of the regular cover. Yeah,
right, for Marvel Tales. We're not talking about Venom, a book that people are already reading, or Amazing Spider-Man. We're talking about Marvel Tales. That's like usually that Marvel Tales is like the book that they set aside for kids. That was like at the elementary level for kids to read. That's what Marvel Tales is. That's why a lot of retailers did not order this freaking book.
Yeah, I mean, sales figures with they're trying to play them close to the chest as far as what kind of overprint they do, but I don't think there's going to be too many extra for any future diamond sales of this one, and if there is, it's going to be a handful, and they're gone. So
I can't wait for the next one.
Bartel said, Blue Green Garfest said the Bartel Marvel Tales X-Men had a print run of 7,000.
It went up a little bit when
geez.
we started doing the covers. It went up to about 10 to 12,000 because, I mean, not as much as Scotty Young, but comparing, as metaphorically speaking or analogy speaking, Inhuk Lee also has a following that are troopers. So it went up almost double, maybe 40%. Yeah, about 12 to 10,000. Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so back to some Black Panther news. Black Panther was one of those comics that was actually canceled. Not necessarily canceled, but
on hold.
Yeah, it was on hold during this whole quarantine thing, right? And that's because nobody was really reading it. I don't know whether I was the reason because I told people stop reading that shit, stop buying that shit because it was fucking crappy. They would have one or two good panels, right? And then they fucked up the rest of the book, right? So the good part is, for some reason, the one really great freaking African or African freaking hero that you have, they sent his ass out in space, and I have a problem with that. He freaking you sent Moon Girl out in space for some reason. You sent Black Panther, the king of an African, joined in space. You even sent Blade, a black vampire, in space for some goddamn reason. Just keep sending motherfuckers out in space. But this one actually made sense a little while because he went out in space, met some of the African gods. Great. Then you never heard from that shit again. Never heard anything about it. Then all of a sudden, one of the Venom symbiotes combined with Killmonger, and that was the deal, right? That was the thing. And then they forgot all about it. And then next thing you know, we're in fucking quarantine. It was like, all right, well, fuck this book. Tanisha Case, you're one of the most terrible fucking writers I've ever seen. But now they're bringing it back, and if this photo that they have in this article is any indication, they're bringing that thing back. So this is Killmonger combined with a symbiote, combined with an African god. I think that's very interesting. I don't see them doing anything with it. It's an interesting concept. It's just that the writer, I have an issue with because he just doesn't know what the fuck to do with it.
What was the first Killmonger symbiote? Was that number 2 that last year? Number 2?
Yeah, something like that. No, wait. No. He had combined. You know what? I have to look back because I can't remember whether he was already combined with the symbiote before he combined with the African god, or whether he combined with the African god and then he combined with the symbiote. I would have to look back and see what the order was. But right now it's a thing, but they're out in space somewhere. They're not even. It's not even. It looks like it's not even part of the 616. I don't know what they're doing with it. It's just weird. Just a weird thing.
Good call.
Hey, what's going on, grown up gamer? Nice to see you, Core. Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, so once again, for those that aren't tracking, here's what the poll box is doing this week, right? Because I recognize that the fact that Thanksgiving is coming up, you're going to want to spend a lot of money on your own families and everything. But I want you guys to be able to keep reading, right? I want you to be able to freaking, do whatever you got to do and freaking not freaking have to choose between eating and freaking getting gas and all the other stuff. So, we're going to have a special type of power hour. Whereas if you're interested in any of the variants, right? So you get the cover A and you want the cover B as well. If you're one of those type of people, well, guess what? You're going to freaking get those at freaking cost, right? So if you're going to do something like, hey, I want to do these simple variants. I want the 1 to 25s and 1 to 50s. Guess what? You're going to get those at cost. If you're going to do, if you want some kids' toys, I'm going to do my best to get you guys that shit at freaking cost. If once your order goes over $100, freaking once again, you're going to get that at cost as well. So go ahead and freaking pull up your orders. I'm going to freaking let that run through Sunday, which is when I'm going to do the invoicing on all that stuff. Just be careful. Once again, that's for FOC books. FOC books. Don't be going back into the back orders or some shit from like 3 or 4 months ago, expecting that you're going to get a fucking hot book. Pull box doesn't work that way. There's a lot of card stuff that should be coming out, right, Ryan? I think there's like a lot of football stuff that's coming out. I got to go back through those orders and everything.
There's card stuff coming out, but
it's so tough.
The only problem is, like you
said, it's allocated.
So tough
it's allocated. It's so fucking allocated.
It's not even
right. Yeah. So what I'm doing for the cards is I am not really, unless it's like freaking super fucking high end some shit, I'm not collecting money for it up front. I'm taking your order, and then once I get the stuff allocated to me, then you get charged for it. So if it's like just like a $20 or $50 fucking box, just let me know what you want, and I'll freaking do my best to freaking order.
And they do have right now available Topps Update 2020 Update Series baseball boxes, and supposedly it says I'm looking at my screen right now that they have jumbo boxes available at $12.99 a box, but
I just bought a bunch of those hangers, and I also bought the Target, the orange box, the Target exclusive set, where the one of the either Boba Fett or Luis Robert, the relic, is in there.
Yeah,
Ref is in there. So I was just gonna leave it sealed, and I just couldn't hack it anymore. So I opened it to see what I. So yeah.
Did you get anybody good?
Yeah, I got what's his name from the Reds. Here, I'll show you.
Aquino or Aristides Aquino.
Yeah, it's a chrome relic jersey card, no autograph.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a $20 card, but if this guy takes off, this would be a really interesting card down the line.
Yeah, man, I haven't found any chrome anywhere, man. I have a couple boxes of Bowman I'm gonna break here in a little bit.
Wow.
I did pick up
chrome is so tough, man. It's so
one of these guys. I was looking for cards the other day, and I went down the toy aisle and I saw one of these, and the little kid and me fucking came out, and it's a 4-pack of Mandos.
Why did I think you were gonna say? Why did I think you said, "Hey, I saw this little kid, and I stole his ass"? I beat his ass.
Wait, hold that up! A 4-pack of a Mando, and is Boba in there?
No Boba Fett. It's
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
It doesn't really say who, but I'm definitely gonna open it up here in a second and bust them out, because the best part of Star Wars when you're a kid were these things. I mean, Legos and the kids were the minifigures, right? Even back in the day when they had the space helmets, and when they went to the Black Tron figures that had the visor that came down on the space helmets. Remember those figures? Those figures are badass, man. So, anyways. Yeah, I got like 4 boxes of Bowman mega boxes to open. And I got those because our buddy Dino from Flipside Crew was walking through his local Myers and saw and happened to take a look, and boom, there they were. So
lucky.
Yeah. And I bought them, and I'll be honest, like, I'm getting to the point, and I hate to say this, but I'm getting to the point that I just don't care anymore about cards. They're too hard to get, and they're too expensive for what you get anymore. It's coming to that point. I've tried constantly to get them at a decent price, and it's just too hard to do that anymore. You have to put in too much effort, and half the time you're not even going to get them. So, and the hobby boxes are just way too expensive.
Right. It's tough, man, because you got to get at the bottom freaking cost in order to make any money. And even once you get them, right? So for instance, you get them. They came out today, right? You may not be able to get them until like 2 to 3 months later, or maybe even 5 to 6 months later. And then once you get them, nobody even really cares about them really anymore, because there's a new freaking set that's freaking coming up. So yeah, it's freaking definitely tough. And then even if like people pick up the ones at freaking Walmart and freaking Target and everything, but people really only want the freaking chrome joints, right? The ones that are like pretty and everything. So, and those are so freaking tough to freaking get, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. When I'm talking to when I'm talking to one of the biggest freaking distributors in the freaking country, and I'm like, hey man, can you get this? He's like, I don't know, man.
That's
something.
That's bullshit.
Like, I don't know. Man. He's like, I don't know, man. Oh shit.
Yeah.
But hey, Ultra, do you have a Raw report, or are we taking a break this week?
I don't take breaks. There's no sleep. There's no rest. There's no break. I am put through the meat grinder constantly, and I don't come out sausage, so it's okay. Yeah, man, I got some goodies to talk about. You guys talk about all these goddamn trading cards.
Well, it's I shared with you guys some of the TikTok videos that I was seeing where it's getting so bad that people are hunting out freaking Targets and the Walmarts and everything, and then even if you're there, what they'll do is they'll do like some type of auction or something like that. Yeah, one of those deals, and whoever picks the right number, then you get the freaking buy it. Yeah. So that freaking blew my freaking mind, like how bad it is. Because once again, luckily I live out in the freaking mountains where that type of rush hasn't hit yet. So if you get there the day of, you're probably going to get it. But you let it go for like 2 or 3 days, you're not going to find anything. So, and that goes for.
I live across the street from a Target. Sorry to interrupt you, but it's
Right.
bad. It's like, so the panini reps. It's two ladies and their partners. They switch on and off. They show up twice a week, and it's Monday through Saturday. I'm not on Monday. I'm sorry, Wednesday through Saturday. So everybody gets there right at open or right before open, and it's basically the same, like 5 to 10, maybe 15 dudes, like round robin, not all at the same time, but you know what I'm saying. And it's at the point where now she's no longer coming through the front door; she's coming through the back because she's also has Pokemon. And the Pokemon people are a whole different breed, which now the sports card people, because I mean, I've talked to you about this, Brian. I mean, Brian got me back into sports card. I'll just plain and simple. I ain't gonna lie about it. Now it was about 4 months ago. Okay, so ever since then, I've been just boom. I have met so many cool people, and it's been a really good experience. But these same guys that have told me 2 months, 3 months ago that said, "Oh, I'm only into sports cards, only sports cards," are literally running to the toy section to grab Pokemon. So now she's going through the side door because she does the Pokemon stuff, and then she goes with her cart, and then she goes and does her thing. But the point being is that you don't know what day she's coming in, and nobody at Target does. She will not, except maybe like the GM. It's Wednesday through Saturday, and she comes twice. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the Pokemon stuff, but we can talk about that stuff later. Let's let Ultra freaking do his thing. Is that you?
What?
All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
everybody knows the deal. I don't have to tell them what's up. Y'all know what time it is. So, journeying down the many rabbit holes of comic books. This is where I put together this little speculation matrix thing I do. And this week I'm going to get into some goods. Marvel Legacy is something I am now an expert on because I've done presentations on multiple versions. But continuing on, I was trying to open up with ragging on you guys for talking shit about cards, and here I am talk about some trading cards. So Marvel did 45 of these trading card variants. You guys remember these?
Yeah.
Oh, you remember ones that look like this one, huh?
I don't remember that one. The fuck, Lockjaw, showing your ass out.
I know. Why does Lockjaw have a mustache?
I know. Just thinking that.
So when Marvel did these legacy books, every one of the legacy books that did the second print homage and all the other shit, all the lenticulars, they all had these variants that went along with them too. Not a lot of stores ordered these just because I can't remember if some of these were qualifiers and some of them were open order, but I'm pretty sure some of them were open order, but I think some of them might have actually been qualifiers in order to get. And if they were all open order, they just weren't ordered because nobody was fucking ordering a trading card variant. Because, god damn it, there was an action figure variant, the lenticular, the 1/100, the Kirby variant, the face headshot variant, the how to draw variant. So there's a lot of people who were just like flat out like fatigued. I'm done, type of scenarios. But some of these are pretty cool.
That's fire. That is fire.
Spirits of Vengeance.
Wow.
Literally, it's fire because his skull's on fire and shit.
Is that JTC?
All of these are JTC. So this is where this gets interesting. John Tyler Christopher, the king of action figure variants, did all these trading card variants too, and he's not really known for these, but some of this is reminiscent on some of his older work.
Yep.
But some of these look really, really cool. So. As you guys are diving, looking through for the second prints, I think you might want to be on the lookout for some of these because artistically, they look cool. Now, I didn't have front and back cover art on some of these, but they all have back covers too.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. Some of these are real sweet.
Yeah, it's whatever.
So. Their faces do look all the same there.
Looks like me and my friends when we get dressed up for Halloween as the Avengers.
Yeah, Jessica Jones does not look like Jessica Jones there, in my
No,
opinion.
she doesn't.
No.
She looks like Harvey dressed up as Jessica Jones.
Psylocke doesn't look too terribly bad, though.
Yeah, that looks good.
We're gonna get a little better because you guys know how I like to organize my lists. I try to do at the beginning, but some of these books are long forgotten about, like good old Weapon H right here.
Yeah, remember when he was a thing?
Oh yeah,
I do. I very much do.
I
This I think was a really cool cover because this is actually a swipe, isn't it? Like, wasn't there? Scarlet Witch, I believe, was the one who was holding up her hand like that, and the Avengers were falling through it. So I thought that was kind of cool. And
cool.
Magic, of course.
Yeah. Cable.
Getting shot at. Still, this is Old Man Cable before he got dead.
That's dope.
Poison Spider-Man.
That's dope.
So this one's kind of cool, and I don't know what's up with the poisons, but if you guys do like Venom and X-Men, I do highly recommend you read the Poison X crossover. Shout out to that Stephanie Hans variant. Yeah, this one's not too terrible either. And this one's Core Store 700, so it's an oversized issue. So it's definitely going to have some of its issues. And then this Avengers book. So I don't know who. That's Falcon. I'm sorry. That's Falcon, Sunspot, and Rogue on the cover there. And it's not a bad looking Rogue, but I'm still waiting on my JTC Rogues. Speaking of the devil. And I don't know why the hell I put this one on here twice. Oh, I think it's because they actually used the same artwork twice.
What? So
Yeah.
are you talking about like a first and second print, or
no, on two different books, I think, or I may have just used the cards twice. I may have fucked up and done poor editing before I went live here tonight. But here's the Gamora. Gamora's not too terrible either.
Yeah.
But the remainder of these do show the back cover, and on the back cover of a lot of these books, we do have basically like character stats, talking about key issues.
That's cool.
So this is definitely some really cool stuff. These look good in slabs, and if it's a character that you like, I can honestly foresee some of these being probably a little bit chased after. Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing. This book didn't have a second print variant. Ms. Marvel number 25. This one also did not have a second print variant, but of course she's making the little love symbol, and we'll see. I like this one. I think this is a really cool rendition of Winter Soldier, kind of reminiscent of him running up during Civil War the movie.
I don't know. I kind of like this one.
Yeah.
Sabretooth. Looks like a little blonde bitch.
Yeah, but this is on Weapon X number 12. So I mean, okay, I get it. Namor. Okay, so in a fight, who you picking, Namor or Sabretooth?
Yeah, I mean, between the two, I would be afraid. Yeah.
Namor.
Yeah.
Namor's a bad motherfucker. People don't realize how badass that dude is.
Yeah, but you know what? The next one.
He was a World War II veteran.
Yes, he is a World War II veteran.
Greatest generation, baby.
But she kicks everybody's ass, so everybody loses.
Squirrel girl.
And then if you guys caught last week, I did a little spec matrix, and this was included.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Darkhawk 51. Mm-hmm. This one, got to give a shout out to Mighty Mel V. Mel, I hope you're watching, and I hope you have eBay open before I went live, and you are able to secure your copy of this one before you start to see this stuff, because this is one of the better ones, in my opinion. I think this is probably one of the better ones in the set.
Definitely.
Of course, Thanos 13. Everybody knows that this is a book that you need to get, but this is weird how he's only got one eye in this one, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, and I gotta say if they ever do anything to make Mary Jane have powers, these Spinneret variants are probably going to be some things you want to get your hands on. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, if you've looked at the last Okay. All right. Read, motherfuckers, read.
Oh boy. Silver Sable, of course. I used to think Silver Sable was like one of the coolest books back in the 90s when she had that the foil embossed variant or the regular cover. And then I saw the newsstand that didn't have it, I think, and I was like, what the hell?
That's a really good cover, though.
Yeah.
It's one of JTC's betters.
Is this the best Silver Sable cover that I've ever seen?
No.
It's up
there. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look to see, but I think this is the best one I've ever seen.
JTC every now and then he really delivers. I mean, sometimes it's like, but I think with all the silvers and the grays on that one, it's just a really good looking cover. Doctor Strange doing his old levitation thing, and this is Marvel Legacy.
Not bad at all.
This is where Loki becomes the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, great story, not bad at all on this cover.
Yeah. Forbush man, everybody got murdered too. Whoever killed him, I think that was in Deadpool Too Soon. They killed this guy. Bunch of bastards.
What a name!
Yeah.
What is Forbush?
Let's go back and take a look at it. I think Brand Eck, not Brand Eck. You can Google the story on how that came about, but it was basically, I think, them poking fun at people.
I know, but what is Forbush?
Well, he's like the character from Mad. He's like that version of him. What's his name?
Alfred Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he's dead. So Shang-Chi in his original long
terrible
hippie looking format.
I like the cool green, but I don't like the stance. I mean, it looks like he's all crowded up. Like,
Yeah, exactly, man. If you get ready to fight and somebody throws up two fingers at you, what the fuck? Nah, I really gotta beat your ass, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, Shang-Chi, he can beat the shit out of most anybody, so I'm not gonna tell that to him.
Except for his sister, because she whooped his ass.
Yeah. So She-Hulk right here. This is PTSD She-Hulk, so she was kind of like gray. This one right here might be of some interest because
I remember this one.
Moon Knight 188, which is the first appearance of the Sun God. I don't remember anything really wild happening in Captain America, but I did pick up the Ari Granov variant for this book. And, of course, the second print of this one is one of my favorites.
Somebody's granddad got a hold of a Halloween costume and put it on. This is all jacked up.
Power Pack. I mean, look, if you're a Power Pack fan, you probably have this book anyway. I do got the variant, the 1 in 25 that came out with this one. It's a decent looking cover, but I think this one hits, and it's a Champions variant. So, Champions Marvel Legacy. So that's number 13, and it's a Sam Alexander variant, and
that's nice.
It just looks good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brian McClay for his favorite color palette.
It's a gorgeous cover right there.
It is.
It's a good JTC cover too, and you guys know that this is Marvel Legacy, so this is the Spider-Gwen number 25. Shout out to Adam Warlock, and probably one of the cooler designs he's had.
Such an underrated character, man. They really fucked up on him.
Yeah, I mean, they set it up so that he would be in the MCU, yet he hasn't arrived yet. I just don't understand, man.
That's James Gunn's fault.
If you guys remember reading the original Infinity Saga and what was going on back then, that whole series, that whole cosmic, everything that was going on, Adam Warlock was a badass motherfucker, man. He was bad. And like Silver Surfer level badass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, power cosmic, that when you're blessed with that kind of stuff, it does kind of help, especially if you have a good moral compass. And this is the thing, Adam Warlock in this form is pure. He's the opposite of his other self, the Magus, which that guy's just a fucking deranged lunatic, right? Trying to Universal Church of Truth and all that shit. So, being that this is the pure form of Adam Warlock, and this is the story that went around with Infinity Countdown. I'm sorry, it was really good. I actually enjoyed Infinity Countdown. I enjoyed seeing, Gamora get very vastly OP'd and kill Thanos. I thought that was fucking wicked to see. We didn't get to find out that she was Requiem for a little bit, but, eventually it paid off. And then the Donny Cates Guardian series that followed up with all this, Cosmic Ghost Rider came out of all this. So, I mean, there is some definite positives. And keeping in with the Infinity Countdown Prime had this Infinity Stones variant. And I don't know of too many variants out there for just the Infinity Stones themselves. And they are pivotal, in my opinion, to the Marvel Universe. But this one here talks about how the stones are all connected to each other. And I believe they kind of retcon a little bit of how the stones work. So that might be of interest in order to say that. Next one's probably going to be a hit with our drunken sharks in the chat tonight.
Ironheart, Iron Man, number what? This is a Legacy.
This is Legacy Iron Man, number 595. This is the one where she is fighting Doctor Doom on the cover of the lenticular. And this is the trading card variant goes along.
593.
Oh, 593. Sorry. Not a bad Luke Cage cover, in my opinion.
He looks like somebody's drunk ass uncle. Uncle
He
Leroy.
looks like he should be Italian.
Forget about it.
Right? Doesn't he look like he should be Italian? That's not Luke Cage.
Well, he kind of looks like a black dude that was brought up on the Italian side of South Philly. I swear to God, that's exactly what they look like, man.
Oh man,
I'm not sure. Falcon. See, he needs an upgraded look, just like Luke Cage over there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's holding him back. Nobody's really designed him yet.
No, nobody's designing pimp suits no more, man. I'm telling you, it's a shame. So here's Rogue taking off the costume with what appears to be a broken pinky finger.
Yeah, that's a terrible cover.
And you see, I'm still waiting on that negative space variant, which is probably one of his best fucking Rogue drawings ever.
I'm still waiting on mine too. I bought two of the Lukes with it. Yeah, that is badass right there.
Yeah, so we got to give it up for the all-new Wolverine number 25.
23.
And I hate to say it, fellas, but that's the end of that one. But since we were all, I was diving deep into the trading card thing, I noticed that there's another thing of trading card variants that were on my mind. But here's what I don't like about this set. This set right here, it like how all the legacy ones, they actually match the books that they're in. Like this goes against a lot of my collecting principles, where the variant cover has absolutely shit to do with the book that it's on. So these are cool. The last ones are organized in a fashion, but like, goddamn, why couldn't that have been an X-Men cover or a Gambit miniseries cover or just anything X related that would have been a fucking hit? We're talking about Jim Lee artwork here. So if you guys remember, these were actually done on a series of Marvel X-Men cards way back in the day. And these are the exact artwork that Jim Lee did for him. And I remember fucking obsessing over these cards because the artwork was just like phenomenal. This was Jim Lee.
Yeah, Jim Lee is, Gambit is Jim Lee. When you think Gambit, I think Jim Lee art.
I think Andy Kubert, but
really?
Just because Andy Kubert drew his first, you know,
I think like Omega Red, and
but I think of Jim Lee, man.
I do think of the Jim Lee run, but I think of Andy Kubert every time I see.
Just because of that cover?
Yeah, man.
He didn't draw the interiors.
I know, but I still just the first time that, you know, it's like that first impact. Like this right here, Thanos number 9. So Come on, man. I mean, a Polaris and Strong Guy cover
reminds me of like Muir Island Saga, man.
Yes, and the blue and yellow X suits, the X-Men 275 cover.
That's garbage, though.
The Jim Lee variant, the Jim
That
Lee
Strong Guy is terrible.
Remember Beetlejuice when they shrunk the heads?
Yeah.
Now, I guess this one has a little bit more to do with it because Storm is married to Black Panther in continuity.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But still, I mean, this is totally the 1990s, and as you guys can tell by the X-Men outfits, you can tell, definitely dates them a lot. But the thing about this era of Storm is her man was actually Forge at this time. So this I thought was just one of the most awesome pictures of Forge. And I remember really liking this card because it gave a really, really good description of like Forge's tech, his ability to create technology and stuff like that, and how he fashioned his own cybernetic leg, and you get it. Right here, one of the best Emma Frost pictures, I think, but unfortunately, it's on a Gwenpool cover. And then this one right here, Mr. Sinister. I mean, this right now on a Marauders variant.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Doctor Strange.
So, Invincible Iron Man number 9.
Can you go back to that Gwenpool real quick?
Yeah, I can go back to that. Gwenpool 18.
That's a dope cover, man.
It really is. I mean, it's definitely one of the better Emma Frost variants. She doesn't have very many, that's for sure. Oh, Invincible Iron Man number 9.
That reminds me of Ed McGuinness, not Jim Lee.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, I think this might actually be the volume of the first full Riri. I think
it's the next one with that's the one with the decal, isn't it?
It might be.
Decal number 3.
I can't remember. If this is the previous volume, then yes. Oh yeah. Well, this was Marvel Legacy, so yeah. This was right before Marvel Legacy. It's a couple issues, so yeah. This is the volume after. So this is not the one with Riri in it.
Yeah.
So that's good. Good call. Good call. And this again, another Marauders cover.
Jim Lee.
I know, right? Like,
oof.
When I think of Psylocke, I think of Jim Lee.
That's for sure because of the Jim Lee drew a lot of them in like bathing suits and stuff like that at the X Mansion. Awesome Sentinels. I mean, this is, but it's not a Thor book. It does nothing for nobody, right? And then this next one is like one of my favorite X villains, and they put her on a Ms. Marvel. Anyway, shout out to Lady Deathstrike, and then of course the granddaddy of all X villains, and he's on Royals, but he is
that's
like
sick.
It's a little bit disproportionate in the legs. He's like tree trunks for legs.
Calves are kind of fucked up.
He looks like Soda Popinski from Mike Tyson.
yes.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah. But the next one, I gotta say, is probably whenever I think of this character, I think of this drawing because it's probably one of the better ones.
Bishop.
So it's showing Bishop not only exhibiting his gun, but his mutant power. So I didn't know he shot lefty, and I guess that's only done for this card. But this is just one of my favorites from my youth as far as that X-Men collection. And then Shadow King, one of the best X-Men villains. And this next one, I guess you can kind of say she qualifies as an Avengers villain. So this one's not terrible, but it's a pretty good Mystique cover.
Yeah,
and
different.
Dropping the ball once again by wasting this art on a book completely ain't got shit to do with it is this Domino on a Daredevil variant.
Damn, that looks cool too.
And then the next one again is one of the ones that's borderline, could be related to the book because this character's first appearance actually appeared in this character's book, but he doesn't appear anywhere inside the pages. It's one of those things. He ain't got shit to do with it. But
still looks good though.
It's an amazing Jim Lee drawing of Sabretooth, and this is back when, you know, Wolverine and Sabretooth's feud was definitely at its peak, and everybody was like, oh, Sabretooth is Wolverine's dad. And then they had that issue with Cable and Sabretooth and Wolverine where they revealed that he's not, and everybody got all offended. Like, what do you mean it's not his dad? Like, it's just what the book says, man. And then that book also has a second printing, and that's actually back in the days when Marvel was just starting to scrape the surface on doing second prints for some of those books for the Heavy X titles. This one right here is probably one of the most killer looking Archangel drawings of that, you know, artistic style. If you want to disagree with me, you can.
Beautiful, fucking beautiful.
I don't care what you say about the cross hatching on the legs. Another one. God damn it! If this was on a, you know, any one of these books, man. I mean, like all the Psylocke stuff and the Sinister stuff could be great Hellions variants. This would have been a sweet Marauders book or a House of X book, you know, any of those. But I promise you guys the goods. So I want to remind everybody to please be sure to like and subscribe to this video and this channel. And I do want to get into the remainder of these because these are characters that are in the books, everybody. Oh my god. Yay! So this right here, Killer Jim Lee doing a rogue, and Jim Lee never ever failed drawing her. I promise you. If you go back and look at all the Jim Lee books, every time he drew rogue, perfect. Now, one of the reasons why in my older age I ended up marrying myself a redhead is because of the way Jim Lee was probably drawing her back in my youth. Todd McFarlane drawing Mary Jane, and then of course followed up by other artists, but Jessica Campbell doing Caitlin Fairchild, and Jim Lee drawing Jean Grey. Okay, those are some of the reasons why I have a redhead obsession. What can I say? But you know what? You need to know this about any redhead. This is the side that is when she's pleasant, and this is what happens when you piss her off. I advise not pissing off the redheads because it's very,
Phoenix worse.
Definitely detrimental to your health. But I gotta say, Jim Lee drawing Jean Grey, both of these versions, you know, and the costume that we all adore from the '90s X-Men cartoon to the classic Dark Phoenix, I think he fucking knocked it out the park. For all of my fans who know that I love the Logan movie, just because it's rip 'em up, even though it's completely off kilter with canon, I thought this right here definitely earned its place because of Patrick Stewart's performance in Old Man Logan, or Logan the movie, but in the Old Man Logan comic book, he ain't got shit to do with it, just being honest. Warpath, part of the Weapon X project, and this is where they were starting to heat up. This is actually, I think, during the Weapon H storyline they were crossing over. So this is the variant for number 5 or number 6. I can't remember. I think it might be number 5. But still, some of the sickest Jim Lee books. If this was a New Mutants or an X Force, or I don't even know where the hell he's at right now. Is he? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get back to that. Champions, number 10. But this is of course the '90s X-Men Cyclops. Now, Mojo, definitely one of the cooler looking ones. Now, I've only got 2 more, but these are indeed the ones.
Yeah.
Deadpool, done by Jim Lee. And I remember obsessing over this card so bad. And this and the next one were my 2 favorite cards of the set. And of course, oh, and actually, there's another one. I got them out of order. I forgot to put another one out of order. But finishing off this trio, because like basically you're looking at all these right here. These are, again, books that have very good cover art that are related to the character, done by a top tier artist that will never be duplicated. But Jim Lee is known for drawing Jubilee as well, and this is the last book in the list. Everybody,
no bubblegum.
No bubblegum, no. So it's not up Long Pump's alley. So
Sure.
Yeah, so killing it. So Jim Lee and John Tyler Christopher, they are your action figure. Oh, I'm sorry, they are your trading card variant guys. If you are looking for these books, But there's also another thing I want to point out. Most of these cards also appeared in a 3-issue series done by Marvel where they collected all the Jim Lee trading cards. And they actually did them in a comic book format. One of them has Archangel on the cover, so you want to be on the lookout for those.
Wow. Once again, great work, freaking Ultra Maximus.
Great work.
I didn't even bother to go to eBay, man, because I hate getting that pissed off feeling. Yeah, what that? And then the shit's not there, man.
Well, and here's the thing: these books are old enough that they're probably going to be in your LCS, so you probably pick them up from back issue bins. Most of them are cover price. I don't think any of those variants were really any more than cover before I mentioned them. I'm not responsible for what they're charging after I mention them. But you know, they are good digging books, and there are books that a lot of places just.
Yeah, so I guarantee you what did happen is that Legacy book came after, I forget what the name of that big event book was. So a lot of people were pissed off, right? They were just totally pissed off. They didn't want to have anything to do with it. So yeah, the comic book stores may have ordered them, but then they're sitting right now in a bunch of back bins right now. So that gives people time to freaking decompress and go, oh shit, maybe this shit is actually pretty good. Let's just go in for art, and good luck.
Yeah, books for sure. I mean, a few of them I recognize. So,
I'm just glad I got a Darkhawk.
Yeah, that Darkhawk.
And it's a JTC Darkhawk, so it's not like a super common one.
Kind of reminds me, the mask kind of reminds me of the way the MCU did the Taskmaster mask. Because remember when that first came out, everybody's all, he looks like Darkhawk.
No, he looks like the Udon Studios design, and that shout out to Udon for that 4-issue miniseries. Gangsta.
You talking about Taskmaster?
Yeah.
I love that. As far as villains goes, I love the whole idea of Taskmaster so much. Yet he's not getting that much of a play because think about it.
Oh,
anything you can do, he can do just as well, just as long as he sees you do it. Wait, and that's what you got to fucking go up against.
Taskmaster does not die in Black Widow. Like we already know that. I mean, if you think they're going to kill Taskmaster in his first outing, you obviously don't know what they have in store for him. And I want to remind everybody, they did make an announcement that Deadpool 3 is a go with 2 female writers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I want to remind everybody on the Drunken Chat tip of the Deadpool Volume 1 issues, like 50-something, when Udon started taking over, and they go into killing off Wade at the end there, and then they go to Agent X, and then they come back. Taskmaster is a very big part of that closeout story. So I kind of have a little bit of clues on where they're heading with this, and I think Taskmaster may be the villain for Deadpool 3 after they introduce him in Black Widow.
Is that where Agent? Are you talking about? What's it called?
Agent X.
Yeah. No. Did they just announce something with that character that's going to be in the Deadpool movie?
No, they did not announce anything of the sort. This is
what is everybody going crazy for the Rick whatever the Taskmaster guy that played that one character? What was that?
Steve Mason, Tony Masters.
Yeah. No. There's another character that everybody is specking on. God damn it! That has to do with that Taskmaster character. That he's really Agent.
Oh well, I do know, and then
it's one of Nico's old spec.
Well, I do know that in one of the older MCU movies, it was the one where they were where the Avengers they were staking out this one embassy in Nigeria or something like that, and they blew up the whole thing. And one of the guys that was attached to the attack, he would eventually become Taskmaster. Right, so maybe it's that guy that was Agent. I don't know what the name of the crew was, but it was one of those guys. He is Taskmaster.
So you're saying Rumlow survived the blow
up? I don't know who Rumlow is.
Rumlow's Crossbones.
That's Crossbones, right?
Yeah. That might be it.
That would be interesting if he survived twice. First off, a building fell on his face. Second
Tony
time,
Masters is the latest book.
That was Civil War,
Yeah.
right? Civil War.
Yeah, it might be right because after the whole building blowing up, they was like, "Hey, we wanted to keep an eye on where all these guys are." So the thing would be is that they try to repair his body and everything, but he doesn't remember everything, right? Because the whole fucking building fell on him, right? So a big part of Taskmaster is he can do anything that you can do. It's just that every time he learns a new skill, he forgets some of the other shit because it's like a fucking disc. So that's why I fucking love him. They could do so much shit with him by doing that.
Yeah,
Keep him in there. And what's the name of there's a chick that's out there. She's always got like the golden mask on. I think is her name
Madam
Black.
Mask.
There you go.
Madam
There you go.
Mask.
She has kept on showing up. I haven't seen her announced at any time, but she shows up so much along with Taskmaster. They've got it.
I got something. She's gonna be in Falcon
Shut!
Winter
Hey! Let me go ahead and make my purchases real quick. No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, they've already said that she's gonna be in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, well, there you go.
Madam Mask will be in there. So this is the reason why everybody was like, "There's no good Madam Mask variants." Like, yeah, no, there isn't. There's fucking absolutely none. She barely got any kind of play whatsoever. But yeah, so we already know about her being around. I don't think Rumblow's dead. I mean, let's just Crossbones. He's gone. He's dead. Let's count him out.
Right.
I
So
thought I read it.
so the speculation would be where the fuck does Taskmaster come from? And that's where Dino's speculating about that. That would be an understandable thing to speculate. Where the fuck does Taskmaster come from?
Yeah.
Is he a character, an old character, and now they're bringing him? They do it all the fucking time, so I understand that. So
if they build Thunderbolts,
yes,
they build Thunderbolts, that would be great. But I kind of have a feeling with Thunderbolts that we're never going to see Thunderbolts.
Why would you say that?
Because they've been talking about doing Thunderbolts forever, man.
Well, first they have to do Secret Invasion, and then they have to do Dark Avengers because both of those have to play out, don't they?
I think if they did do Thunderbolts, they would do the Dark Avengers version of it. Yeah.
I mean, that's the only play that they have really is they have to have villains take over and have Norman Osborn try to, fuck over everybody with Siege.
Is that Thunderbolts book still a big book?
Not sure.
What does that go for? Let me take a look. Let's do a real time.
The first Thunderbolts and Hulk.
Yeah. 448.
I sold that shit a long time ago. So it's
449. There's a newsstand copy of that too.
Yeah. And there's also a preview book that happens like right after that too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all of those are popular as all get out, but
that's $9. What? Oh, it's the reprint. Okay, Jesus Christ.
But like Lucas was saying, you could do so much with Taskmaster because I mean, he's been bad, he's been anti-hero.
$60.
He's rolling around with Coulson and freaking Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury right now in the books. So, and you know what? He's going to do that for a while, and then he's going to forget that he was actually a good guy for a while. He's going to go back to bat. That's just the way he is, man.
So
it works.
There is actually some spec that goes along with if Taskmaster does come in, and they're going to introduce Deadpool into some kind of organization with having him in a movie. You also need to know about Sandy. Do y'all remember the Playboy bunny cover for Deadpool?
No, I do not.
Deadpool number 63, I think it is.
Yeah, that's that's all those homages.
Not 63. Hold on. It is not 64.
Wow, 449 sold for $113 raw. Was it a newsstand?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Let me bring this up.
So you're gonna bring up it's Deadpool number 65.
I'm trying to bring up a good one. All right, there we go. Let's share my screen.
Guy, I got 5% left. So however long
Go,
that takes.
motherfucker, go plug in your shit and come back.
Yeah, I'm like, there's something wrong with that. I gotta buy a new one tomorrow.
So there's a complication because that's Taskmaster's girlfriend that's hugging on Deadpool right there, and Taskmaster shows up. I think later in the book. I think something happened. I think he hit Sandy, and Deadpool like wanted to kick his ass because of it. So her name's Sandy, and then also her friends are. This is also the first appearance of a guy named Black Swan, who has very big potential for a good Deadpool villain.
Such a great cover.
And then all this cover and all the closeout of the series, 65, 66, and 67 with Dazzler on the front of it. Let's see, Outlaw first appears in Deadpool 65 as well. So Outlaw is she's some Wild West gunslinger from the Marvel Universe's great granddaughter, and she's a mutant. I forget who she is. Let me see.
That's a Dazzler cover. That's such a great cover.
Yeah, with the roller skates.
Yeah.
So they call her Crazy Inez. She doesn't like it. And Douglas Temple is her father. Bell Temple.
What a great cover.
Hoot Temple. Tex Taylor. Okay. So her ancestors like appear back in Wild West #1. And he's like one of the oldest Marvel Universe like gunslingers or whatever. That's like one of her descendants. But anyway, Inez Temple, aka Outlaw, also appears in Domino and the Hot Shots or whatever that one was.
There's the Agent X run.
Yeah, and then Agent X is where they pulled it's like a Cosmic Ghost Rider on us. Like they were gonna have him be Deadpool, and then they had him not be Deadpool, and made him somebody completely fucking different.
Yep, I remember that.
And they also they turned Cable into Soldier X, and they turned Deadpool into Agent X, but they left Cable as Soldier X, and they turned Deadpool into somebody else. But Outlaw and Sandy, big part of Deadpool's book. So if Sandy is Tony Master's girlfriend,
yeah,
might want to be picking that one up too. Deadpool 65.
Oh wow, nice.
I love that
Good
Popeye
stuff.
book there too.
Yeah. I'm sorry we got from Thunderbolts onto this because I don't know why, but but the Thunderbolts that's coming for King and Black is actually looking pretty cool too because it's a Thunderbolts team it's Taskmaster, Star, Rhino, and just like Batrock, the Leaper, and like
all movie characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading the tea leaves.
Basically, the Suicide Squad of Marvel, like somebody in chat said earlier.
That's good.
That dude, it took me so long to get a fucking good clean copy of that book. And all those Deadpools, man, from that first Deadpool run ended, sales were down like tremendously, and that's the reason why they canned them. And then after they shit canned him, they realized, oh my god, Deadpool's one of our better characters. We need to bring him fucking back.
What is Invite to Raid talking about? Afra Backdoor? What is this? Afra Backdoor announcement? Cover Lover Comics is talking about it. Is there some announcement with Afra that happened?
Don't know.
That Bartel Afra cover, that 1 in 25, I think it comes out Wednesday. It's sick. Just off the cuff there. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I do know that there is a Bartel freaking Afro joint.
Yeah, that's it. Right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So there's a new bounty in Marvel's Dr. Afra #6.
Hey, you guys see the Mandalorian's last episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you catch the Easter eggs on what's his name?
Moff Gideon?
Yeah, the Moff Gideon experience on what's his name? The guy that died and that Kylo Ren killed. The clone, the failed experiment guy,
Snoke.
Snoke.
Snoke, yeah. Did you catch that?
Yeah, the Snoke's in the jars. Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah, the Snoke's in the jars. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna retcon that backstory. That's what it looks like to me. Because I mean, those you remember when Gina Carano's character's like, this is a lab, and then there was all those tanks, right?
Were those Snokes?
It looks like the same exact Snoke tanks as in or clone tanks as in those the last three. Which one was it?
This is the last movie.
And then the hologram when he starts talking, it's like a transmission. They thought it was older, but it's like from 3 days ago. They were talking about taking blood
from the child,
and they were worried about killing the child, and you can only take so much out. Blah blah blah. Blah. So it sounds like they're going to do to me, it sounds like the way how similar those tanks look to me look like they're going to retcon that back.
Well, here's something crazy, and call it crazy, but a long time ago, I remember Marco from Darkside telling me, "What if the child is a clone?" I remember him saying that specific to me way, way, way long ago. And if that comes true, like, holy shit.
Yep.
Here's the other thing. That show is fucking glorious. And what that show is doing for Star Wars in general, I mean, you look at the prices that some of those books, that some of those Star Wars books are getting right now is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
M for Metachlorians. Shout out to Invite the Raid.
Right. And as I've said before, man, keep an eye out for any first appearances of that Baby Yoda, because people, I think that's going to have some staying power for at least another year or two until they decide to just freaking can't that shit. I've seen a comic that has him straight there on the cover. I don't remember what the fuck that was, but it's coming out soon. And then in the meantime, there's this. No, it's a Star Wars book, but I just don't remember what it was. And don't forget that there's this thing that's out there. This is actually a collector's edition, and this is by Titans Comics. This is the Mandalorian art and imagery and everything. So, and I don't even remember how many of these are printed out there, but these are out there.
Did you guys know that Jen Bartel did shoes for Adidas?
No, I didn't.
She did a Captain Marvel shoe and a Thanos shoe.
Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah.
Can I share your screen?
Yeah. There's the Captain Marvel ones.
Oh, those are cool.
See, this now we need to get Mills is supposed to.
Yeah, Mrs. Vaughn on. There's the Thanos ones. See the Thanos ones?
Because she'll tell you about those Miles Morales joints. What are they, like $200, $300?
Yeah,
I gotta have the Thanos ones, but can I snap away the Captain Marvel ones?
Thanos ones aren't bad color wise.
Not working.
But
right,
yeah,
copy right here, dude.
Oh, nice! Hell yeah,
Nice.
brother! I love that book.
Now that black and white, that's the 1 to 10, right?
I want to give a real quick shout out. Have you guys been following this talk? Hold on here. Let me find it. Shows right. All right, so this new character in Darth Vader #8. So this just because we were talking about him, this is that character that on Darth Vader #8. He was in the last page of #8, and he's on the cover of #9. And this character, if you guys go check it out, the Dark Side guys on Flipside channel did a little short about this character, And I guess this character has got some big stuff going on with it. It was this eye character, or the Eye of the Webbish Bog. This character was not only a big, like, they had big plans for this character, not just in comics, but in the movie, they actually filmed like a bunch of scenes with this character in the last movie, where Kylo Ren was supposed to go find out where the holocron is from this character. And this character is a character that like helped train Sidious and Plagueis and Vader. And it's some crazy character that's siphoning off this energy of this other being, this baby looking head thing. And there's some really wicked cover pictures and art about this character. And if they plan on reusing this and maybe going into this into some type of thing, this could be a big character. It might be something to look at. And this is also the book that had that 1 in 10 variant of that design variant for that Sith assassin. Yeah, that character right there. Yep. So if you guys check it out, it's might be worth looking into. I picked up like 10 of them just to be safe. I bought the 1 in 10 variant just to play the 1 in 10 variant, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll just, if this character is gonna be worth something looking into, I'll just grab some.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Let's see. So invite to raid 266 says first Baby Yoda mag cover is Star Wars Insider 194. So it's tricky, right? Because I've got 2 kids, right? And forever they've been sent home with some crap by their freaking schools with Baby Yoda. So I'm not talking about, hey, the child. I'm talking like each actual Baby Yoda. Like, hey, there's stories out there of Yoda when he was a kid and all this other stuff. So the thing that I would hone in on is an actual cover or a story with that is an actual comic book story with the child in there. That's what I'm honing in on, and that's my focus. Because he was talking about Star Wars Insider 194. That's the mat cover. That's great, but there's other stuff that's out there that's been out there for like forever. What I'm honing in is comic book publishers or an actual comic book story. Those are the ones that we should be looking out for. And I think this Momoka. No, Momoka doesn't have. Might be Momoko, but there is stuff that's coming down the pipes that's on his way.
Yeah, there's a Star Wars Insider with Momoko. And the child.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, Jeffrey the Monaco says Star Wars Insider number 200 peach cover has child on the cover, but that is a magazine as well. Yeah. And once again, there's a whole bunch of stuff out there that is Yoda as a kid.
And be careful with that Star Wars Insider, because remember, not only is there the Star Wars Insider one they're putting out, but there's a store exclusive for that probably has a shit ton of copies printed on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are going big on that, you might want to. I mean, it could be something big, but you got to remember there's got to be a ton of copies out there of that thing.
All right, at stream.
Hey, did you guys get a chance to check out New Mutants yet? Hit VOD.
No, I need to see it.
So what's her name? You guys seen The Queen's Gambit on Netflix? Anya Taylor-Joy.
Mm-hmm.
She plays magic.
Yeah.
She's badass.
Yeah, she's badass. She's always been badass, dude.
The best part of that.
Really?
But, yeah, I've only watched the first 30 minutes, and then I came on here. But
wait! Did you say it's on Netflix?
Dude, it went on VOD today. Yeah, hit VOD today. Not on Netflix. No, it's $5.90. No, not today. Maybe a few days ago, because it's $5.99 to rent or $19.99 to buy. I just bought it.
I'm a peasant, so I'm waiting.
And also, Jiu-Jitsu hit VOD today too. That Nicolas Cage movie.
Hey, Cover Lover Comics says, "Yo, Brian, what about the first Marvel Star Wars Foom? What do you have for us on that sleeper?"
Oh, Foom was the old school Marvel magazine that they did for their fans.
Look,
there's a
let me
lot of
on this, man. motherfuckers, how many times have I been telling y'all about Foom? And I hate to piss people off and be negative, but I've been telling y'all about Foom for forever. Fucking first Storm, first Magic,
First Wolverine.
first
First Carol
Wolverines and that
Danvers.
motherfucker.
First Carol
Boom,
Danvers.
boom, motherfuckers, boom. Howard the Duck's in that motherfucker. First Captain Britain,
It's got that
first Captain
badass.
Marvel.
You remember that Impel card of Stan Lee where it had like he was like a Super Scroll Stan Lee? And it was like that special card you got in the Impel set of Marvel cards back in the day. Well, that's an original cover from Foom. So
There's nothing that's a sleeper regarding Foom. It's just that there's a lot of wariness about it, right? Because and I get it, right? Because previews got it, But if we're gonna shut down on Foom, then why the fuck are we spending so much money on that fucking Miles Morales preview shit?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers paying $900 for that shit, right? Pick one. Either we're all going in all in on fucking previews and advertisements, or we're not. Pick one. That's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna try to stay positive and not freaking be pissing people off and cussing people out. But come on,
That's my
come
job.
on, come on now. So just going through the FLC coming up this week. I want to go through this kind of quickly, unless people have freaking questions.
Before you start, I want to say goodbye. I'm going to take off, and I'll
Bye. Farewell.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Anytime you want me, I'm always down to come on. I appreciate you guys.
Word.
Love having you in, Dollar Bill. Thanks for coming on, man. Freaking, your presence is always appreciated, man.
Always a good time. Always a good time. Have a good one, guys.
Yep.
Take it easy, bro.
by the way, Foom is not only all that, but it's also got the very first John Byrne art. This is Foom number 5, spring of '74. The very first John Byrne fan art, I believe, is in this. So I know there's some John Byrne art also in Nightmare, but I think this might also be one of his first.
Yeah. As far as this one was a final order, new to order final call, which means it just popped up within the last week. Was this Savage Dragon number 255 cover B? So retro 70s trade dress. This is the normal. This one was just popped up. So I don't think anybody really cares about Savage Dragon, except for that one Charlie Brown that came up past week. But that's something that just popped up. 70 to Eternity is back. I just read that one. It's kind of weird. But hey, people love 70 to Eternity. People have a lot of high expectations for it. Let's see. I don't think anybody cares about Dark Horse. See anything with IDW? Who did I talk to today? I talked to Steve Larson. Is that his name? Steve Larson used to do a bunch of stuff with My Little Pony. That's with IDW. Right, here we go. So that's the big book that should have a lot of prints.
And hey, they just they got an announcement for Darth Vader number 7 is getting a second print, being stores in January 6th.
Is that the one with Inicio, the Oshi assassin?
Yeah, that's the one that just came out last week, or 2 weeks ago, and then the second print for number 6 came out last week. So yeah, it's issue number 7. It's got his first full one appearing, maybe. I guess you can call it. I came here to look at something. Now I forgot what it was. I'm looking over at the previews list right now. Ooh, Avengers 40.
Phoenix They're all in on the Phoenix stuff.
Everybody.
Which is interesting. Is that Thane or is that Black Panther right there?
That's Black Panther.
Why the fuck does he look like Thane right there?
Because they robbed him of his Panther face, and yeah, they fucked it all up.
Yeah, that
But-
one looks good.
But
like that
I
one.
want to point something out. They keep pressing that only one person is worthy to carry the mantle of the Phoenix. I want to point something out. They keep pushing. There's multiple variants of Black Panther with the Phoenix variant. You know that, right?
Yes, I've seen it.
So
I'm not gonna bust them all out, but yeah.
we're looking at another one. I mean, you got another one right here in front of us. So they did it with the opening part, and of course, if you guys paid attention to the sayings going on between Moon Knight and him, Moon Knight's basically like, yeah, you know, I fought you, you kicked my ass, I don't give a shit, I'll fight you again right now. What, you want to throw down? Because he's crazy ass fucking white boy. but Black Panther, I think, is going to be the one they're going to get the Phoenix Force to, and it's going to be one of those staying in power type of scenarios. Yeah.
See, that would be too fucked up. You know why? It's not that it's a bad story. It's just that. So right now we've already got the King in Black stuff. We got the Null stuff, and then we're waiting on the God of Light stuff, right?
Yeah.
In the meantime, in a Black Panther book, you've got the whole symbiote stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you got symbiote, and then all of a sudden you've got the Black Panther going against them. So are we saying that the Black Panther at some point might be the God of Light going against the symbiote?
Does
There's a pop.
Killmonger still have that stupid symbiote?
Yes, he does.
Oh boy.
They never finished that storyline.
Oh, that's right. They canceled it before they finished it.
Yeah.
So what could happen is the hand wave retcon, and he never even had it in the first place. But it wouldn't surprise me if they pulled something. But remember, just because he's going to be the main Phoenix doesn't mean he can't choose to bestow power upon other people and be like, hey, now you're all Phoenixes, come with me, let's go help Wraith.
Right. So I forget which one it is, but at some point She-Hulk, she had Phoenix for a little bit.
Yep.
So who knows what's going to happen? That character right there, who is that?
That
He's got a sword, he's got some red gloves. I have no idea who that is.
I don't know who that is either. I might have to take a look. 38th newest issue. Yeah, so 38 is the latest issue. And we remember, we have a Mephisto that's going through multiple... Wait. Oh, no. Don't even tell me. I know who that is. I think I know who that is. And I'm going to put it in the chat. I will say this, because it's a spec matrix I was working on. And this is... It's in the private chat. I don't know if it's him for sure, but I'm going to investigate it, and I want to report back to our drunken sharks in the chat and everybody watching live that I will figure out if it is who I think it is and give you guys a report back next week on that. So follow up.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So this is another Avengers 40. This is actually a 1-10. It's a design issue, and it's actually got 3 different characters on there. Don't know why they did it, but fuck it. The other joints, there's like the 1-25, 1-50. They're like very bland. There's nothing really to them. So I'm not gonna waste my time pulling those out. But let's see. Let me get back to the previews.
Yeah, we already know about that one.
Yeah, so there are those guys. Phoenix Wolverine, Phoenix whatever, Phoenix
Captain
Namor.
America, Namor, Black Panther, She-Hulk. Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy to see it, but we'll figure it out.
So what you're saying is, wait, was that a? Hold up, what the fuck?
What'd you see?
Where is it? Okay, so here it is. Yeah, $3.99. Connecting variant. Okay, well, we'll see. Champions number 2, second print. Go to Chronicles. Once again, I love this fucking cover. That Ghost Rider nullified.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
What the fuck does this? Philip Tan.
Ugh.
See, Mortal Hulk number 42, Lasagna nullified variant.
Yeah, She-Hulk got nullified.
In the meantime, once again, she's got that little freaking red dot, that red circling dot on there. Let's see. Is there anything interesting in here? Then we go to Dynamite. Let's see. What else did I have up here? Is that. And Shang-Chi number 2. I think this is a 1 to 25 for those that are interested in those 1 to 25s.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed all. It looks like the design variants for the second prints are 1 to 25s on all the Shang-Chi's.
That Werewolf by Night number 3. This one is a 1 to 25. That is by Stokey.
Stoke, whatever. Yeah.
Let's see. What the fuck is Perillo doing, man? Jesus fucking Christ. My goodness.
That's a wrap.
Is that Perillo?
Yeah, Perillo. Ooh, so for those that are interested in those cartoonish freaking joints, this is Dynamite, number 3, cover G, a Peanuts homage.
Peanuts homage.
So yeah, I might want to think about that one. Because Dynamite doesn't even put out that much shit anyways. And they also have a Dr. Seuss homage.
Wicked.
See, they fucked up. They didn't do a version of those. Let's see. Boom Studios. Do they have anything?
I'm sure they do. I'm not buying.
We only find them when they're dead. That's been an okay freaking title. They started out real good out the gate. Now nobody gives a fuck about them because they just fucked it up. Suko, Comes Greg, and let's like that's about it when it comes to the comics and everything. So Clay, you said you had some cards that you wanted to open. Did you want to open those now, buddy?
There's nothing in them. I just opened them. Nothing in them.
Oh, how dare you open them without the the viewership of the audience? What did you get?
Hold on, I'll show you guys.
He was smelling it and he didn't like it.
I got 2 boxes. Here we go. Right here. 2 boxes. Let's see what we get.
Oh shit! You're about to open a box?
Well, there's only 2 packs in here that are worth opening, and they're the Mojo packs, and basically the other packs aren't even worth opening because you can't really pull any autos or anything from them. So these are the 2 packs. Sometimes you can get autos in them. People are paying $38 a box for these 2 packs. So here we go. And you guys can see they got like this Mojo refractor design on them.
Yeah.
They're pretty badass looking. But you can get autos in these. There's an Adley Rushman. That kid was the number 1 top player, the number 1 draft pick. So here you go. You guys can see those. I got one more pack. One more to open.
That's 5 cards per pack, right?
5 cards per pack. Yeah. These are the Bowman Chrome Mega Boxes, and there is something in this one. Don't know if it's an auto or just a refractor, but it's in the middle. Let's see here. Oh.
We got to get you a tabletop so you can freaking put the camera down.
Stuck. Hold on, it's stuck. There you go. Just a green refractor, numbered to 99 of Trevor Larnach, number 69 of 99.
Okay, so there you go. There you go.
Kid was the 20th overall pick in 2018.
You said it's $38 per box, right? So that should pay for the box.
Nah. No? Unfortunately, no. I looked at the prices. For some reason, these just aren't. They made these should have been $19 a box, $14 a box. You know what I mean? Like, cards are way too expensive nowadays. It just made me realize for what you get. All right, here we go. I can't tell if there's something in this one. This is the last one. And another stick. Maybe it's sticking. Hold on. Is it sticking? Yep. Another one that's sticking. Hold on.
Okay. The anticipation.
That's a pink refractor.
Pink refractor.
Number 199, and it's a pitcher, Alex Fado. So, yeah, not really. Those really don't sell for anything, unfortunately.
So that's 199 out of what, 300?
149 out of 199.
Okay.
And the last pack has nothing in it. Yeah. So, yeah, unfortunately, those weren't worth it this year, man. Unfortunately. Just cards across the board. They just become too expensive, and what you get for what you pay for nowadays just isn't worth it.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that people are paying the prices they're paying for what they're getting, because it's a whole lot of garbage. And
don't worry, it'll freaking what box was that? Was that the Chrome?
That was the Bowman Chrome baseball. Yeah.
So I think a couple people in the chat, they said to remind them, if I get something, send me an email to lucas.fashina at comiccrusaders.com or lucas at drunkenchat. Send me that, because I won't be looking through this shit later. And then as I'm looking through this shit, I can freaking just because as you can see, there's always new shit coming up. Like, it's just that the prices for that shit, like Brian says, can be fucking ridiculous. Or if it's not ridiculous, the allocation that you get it's just fucking stressful.
Yeah.
What was I looking at earlier? Orders due. Like, I don't know what the fuck this shit is, but
yeah, don't mess with that. Those aren't even cards. Those are like autographed mini helmets and figures and shit.
Well, boys, I got a big day ahead of me tomorrow.
okay. Well, it is 2:40. We've been on for almost 3 hours. Um,
Oh shit, where'd he go?
He just bounced out. He said, "Peace."
She said later. Hope the stream doesn't end, but if it does end, I love you guys. Thanks for watching.
No, it's not.
It's not ending.
He's gonna pop back.
He's back.
apologies.
It's okay. The other night, I was doing my live stream and I accidentally hit the power button on my keyboard and shut off the fucking computer in midstream. And it went black, and then I turned it back on, and it defaulted to the no camera, but they could hear me and shit. So it was funny. I've done that. I've hit the back arrow in midstream too before. But yeah, dude, I'm always saddened that the show is so short. I don't have enough time to hang out with you guys. But I appreciate you guys inviting me on tonight.
No, just we were blessed to have you and your great information, your research. Once again, Ultra Maximus. Thank you, and thank you, Brian, for freaking jumping on with us and freaking sharing what you got, man. If I don't know if you guys want to hang out with me tomorrow night. Now that we fucking got this shit with the Comic Crusaders and the and Mel's channel freaking squared away. I don't know if you want to try and hang out with me tonight or this week, because I apparently am going to be sitting my ass at home trying to not get sick from these other motherfuckers. So,
oh man,
yeah. So we're gonna. I think what I want to try and do is I'm going to try to push out more content and once again, try to push some stuff out through Flipside and bring in a raw report. We're going to try and push it out through all the freaking channels. Make sure freaking everybody freaking eats. Get sensitive information. Soon as fucking Nick fucking gets out from under that pussy that he's fucking that wop that he's under, fucking push out some manga content. So pay attention to that. Once again, if you guys have any questions or the content that you guys would like us to fucking address, just let us know and we'll fucking try and push that stuff through. And once again, in 2 weeks, we'll hopefully have Mel back after he's fucking done freaking feasting on that big old turkey. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for freaking joining us at fucking 2:00 in the morning. I love talking with you guys, but I got another fucking podcast in 5 hours that I got to get ready for. So
and people call me the hardest working man in podcasts and call McClay the hardest working man in podcasts, but it's actually Lucas.
There's no hard work to it, man. But I did just get off of another fucking joint with Reed Pop.
Yeah, dude, you were on some sick shit earlier, man, and I would have loved to have been a part of that, but Stephanie Hans, Cullen Bunn.
Yeah, Steve. I forget. I got the list somewhere else of the other people that were in there.
You were rolling deep, dude. You were rolling deep. That's all you need to say.
And then freaking just try to act freaking normal, not fucking geek out. Step on it. She's freaking out. No, but yeah. Hey, thanks once again, guys. Make sure if you want to get any stuff in, if you want to get some pull box orders, go ahead and freaking get it in. I'm going to let that roll through Sunday. Spread the word if you got anybody. Once again, those Christmas toys. Once again, think of the kids, man. If you got any kids, I'll definitely try and freaking get that down to cost for that stuff as well. We just got to think of the shipping. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Ultra Maximus. Thank you, Mel, for letting us borrow your freaking channel for a little bit. And God bless. God bless you all. Once again, if you haven't already freaking subscribed to the Tales from the Flip Side channel, the CBSI channel, go ahead and do that. If you haven't already freaking subscribed to the Ultra Maximus channel on YouTube, go ahead and do that. Also, hit them up on the freaking Instagram. Don't ask them any crazy ass freaking questions unless you unless you want to freaking throw them a couple dollars or something like that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Comic Crusaders Instagram. I need help on my Comic Crusaders Instagram. And if you haven't already subscribed to the Comic Crusaders YouTube, hit us up on that as well. Love you guys. Bless all you guys. And please stay safe.
Peace. Still up.
Yep.
Still up.
Visit undercovercapes.com for the latest and greatest podcasts via the Undercover Capes Podcast Network. Also visit our parent company website, comiccrusaders.com, all about comic pop culture.